I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind.
welcome to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Tonight, Boise State is looking to continue its journey in the NACE Star League West Regional Qualifiers. Boise State beat Arizona State 2-0 on Tuesday, but not without a little bit of shortcomings. And now they look to secure their spot in the regional finals with a win over UCI, University of California, Irvine. I am your host, Jared Baratel Castiglione, and I am joined, of course, by my dearest friend, my duo partner, maybe, and my raid partner as well, who beats me in top DPS all the time, Brandon Red Hots, Cozy and Sick. Sir, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, and I'm excited for these games that we have in the arena tonight.
Yeah, it is going to be an absolute showcase here either way, because both of these teams showing a little bit of promise. And I got a question for you.
Hit me with it.
Boise State, we are a team when it comes to Valorant that likes to take things high octane, super speed, all medals, all pedals down to the floor. Is that kind of a result of the trickle down of most North American professional teams in international events?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, if you look at other games, you know, it's like League and something like that, right? Usually your region pros at the highest level is usually like kind of what dictates your region's play style. And I think NA has a very aggressive play style, so it seems that Boise State falls along with that with an also aggressive play style.
Yeah, I happen to agree, and I think it's no more present when you have your opponents in Valorant, a game that is completely dictated by momentum, kind of at your whim and at your mercy. You're pulling all the strings, you're the puppet master, and they're nothing but the doll.
Yeah, I mean, I think the cool thing about Valorant, especially though, with how this game goes, is L5 can be aggressive, right? Whereas usually sometimes in other games you have to kind of make so like 3 can be aggressive, 2 can't, but I think in Valorant it's super cool to play together as a team and all 5, basically off the cylinders, right?
Yeah, and that just goes to show that that's exactly what we're looking to expect to. But just a reminder of the rules for tonight. It is, of course, a best of 3 with a coin flip to determine map pick. Winner of the coin flip picks map 1 and map 3, and side choice on map 2. But loser gets to pick map 2 and then side in maps 1 and 3. Can be huge here to kind of gain that momentum that we've mentioned so far. This, again, of course, is the top 4 qualifying for regional finals, which if Boise State is able to cash in that check, they're going to be one of those 4 members. And, of course, server choice is dependent on the average between the two. Let's take a look at that bracket as we do kind of look at the top 8 right now. And we see some very familiar faces going across the board. UC Irvine, I don't know if you remember this, last semester gave us a bit of a tough time. But Texas A&M, a team that we have not seen a lot of, has taken out San Jose State and put them in the re-qualifying setup there. So one of our maybe more desired matchups later on into this bracket we don't get to see. But if Texas A&M can take them out, that's pretty impressive. We do continue to look at this as well. And this is possibly what's going to shape up once this point goes forward. Of course, if we qualify the top 4, we'll be ending up with the next bracket. And if things go this way, we'll be facing off against possibly British Columbia versus Texas A&M, that team that is a big question mark, as well as how they were able to dethrone that powerful team, the San Jose State team.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear that San Jose has quite the Valorant team along with UCI, but I think Boise State was looking pretty good on that Tuesday versus Arizona State. So hopefully they can ride that momentum and get that W today as well.
And we hope so, of course, this being a Boise State broadcast and everything. We're maybe a little bit biased, but when it comes down to it, it's not just about the team. It's about the team members. And we see the roster coming up here. Shells, Dreammaker, Bandito, Calvin D, and Soljo swapping in. And there's a very particular reason. Usually we see your hat here on the lineup, but of course that is not going to be the case for the first map. And today's lineup is brought to you by Count. Count's Identity Trust Global Network delivers real-time fraud prevention, account protection, and enables personalized customer experiences for more than 9,000 leading brands. And you can't really go much without the coach. This team, of course, being led by Alex Moore. Coach Moore, if you will. He's wearing a baseball cap, chewing big league chew and everything. I don't know why, but if it ends up working, we'll take the W.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be in the arena, show everyone around. They're all in good spirits and stuff like that. Great to see everyone faces high. So hopefully, once we get into the game, I heard the first map is actually on Ascent. So it seems like that is going to be the first map of the day. I think Ascent's a very fun map to be on. I think it's really cool with how open mid is and stuff like that, where you can kind of go through that mid and go different areas into B, into A, and so I think it's it's interesting to see how teams end up attacking on that map.
I'm super sad to see this. I almost dressed to try and inspire this, but Breeze being the first map ban kind of makes me a little heartbroken, but what can you do?
I mean, I feel like people just Breeze is a love-hate map, it seems like, for the most part. Icebox used to be hated, but I feel like everyone loves it now. So maybe it'll become that point where everyone loves Breeze. What's up? Okay, second map is Breeze.
Oh, okay. Well, then I did it. I managed to manipulate the broadcast before even getting to the desk.
So Ascent being map 1, Breeze being map 2, and I think eventually we get to pick map 3. So I think it'll be awesome to see Ascent first, but I think Breeze is a really cool map because I think each team kind of plays it different.
Right.
I think there's sometimes where people kind of play the retake for Breeze, whereas some just play more so try to hold the site initially. So I love to see the Breeze map, honestly.
Yeah, it's a unique one because it's all about those long alleys. It's all about the sniper prowess, and sometimes the rifles can pop off there from time to time. I doubt we'll see any shotguns, much to my chagrin, of course. But what are you gonna do? As a Bucky main, I can't really influence much. But of course, there are other ways to try and win. We follow that with Doc's keys to the game. In Valorant, you gotta focus your angles and flank, know your win condition, count cards, call abilities, and know enemy econ. And of course, Doc's Keys of the Game is brought to you by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. And whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran like myself, Drop-In Gaming has the right game and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com.
Things we'd love to see.
Yeah, I mean, none of this was available back in the day, so I think it's fantastic to start seeing more of that kind of just be commonplace. All these opportunities for people to not only grow as a player, but to make some moolah too.
True. And Bertel, who are you excited for in this BSU roster tonight? What are you thinking for this first map on this Ascent, huh?
When it comes down to it, we saw on Tuesday Dreammaker just make an absolute clinic of whoever was unfortunate enough to walk into the heads. But we will see as UC Irvine takes on Boise State on Ascent first map.
Oh boy, is this going to be exciting. And also this is a post-nerf. A lot of post-nerfs that happened. Sky got nerfed, Jet got nerfed, KO got buffed, and then also the box changes. I think the biggest interesting thing was the Sky changes. A lot of people seemed that Sky was a little bit too strong with that 6-point Seeker ult, and then also her flashes. So I think with that being changed, it opens it up more so for Breach to take action. So I think that was very needed for the game, and so I still think Jet knives, they were more so a nerf to very specific scenarios. I still think at the top level, and especially at this level, of course.
Don't you do it, Shells. They know that this is my favorite agent, so they're just toying with
Yoru
me
is really fun, but I do not think... honestly, the one thing I will say is I know this is this game right now, but I think Yoru and Breeze is pretty fun. Yeah. Because he can cover so much ground with that TP. But my guess is they're just going to hit him with the Breach, and I think this is pretty standard in terms of team comp, especially on Ascent. Killjoy Ascent especially. Her B hold with the turret on top of the little box to have the head glitch spot is fantastic, and also just her ult in general. So it seems like we're seeing pretty similar team comps here, except for the Astra versus the Breach. What do you think about that one?
I think we both have an Astra. It's going to be Breach versus Reyna as the start.
Yeah, Reyna, sorry, my bad. Yeah.
You're fine. I don't know. I think when it comes to how Boise State likes to open things up, I think that this Breach is going to be a fantastic choice.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it really depends on the Reyna player, right? If they're able to pop off, which isolated 1v1s, kind of suboptimal trading can give them the opportunity to just get the heal back up to full. I don't think Boise State needs to give that space over, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I agree. So far, I guess we'll see how the first map starts, to see if they want to do the full push onto his site, or if they actually end up playing that default where they kind of spread out for that, for that reason. So I guess we'll have to see when the round starts up here pretty soon. Sheriff by here from Bandino, looking for some big taps here going on.
Yeah, you gotta get those left clicks on lockdown.
That is true.
Shots being toward, I think, mid area. Not really seeing anything confirmed on the map just yet.
Yeah, this
Here
was
comes
talking
the
about
Lear.
Killjoy here. Killjoy can kind of hold that B by herself while everyone else plays something different. But it seems like they kind of know something that's going on mid.
There's a door as well. They're going to be challenging onto this A site. No, B site will activate the target. Nice shots there from Dreammaker. Will take one out with the headshot. Gonna go forward, goes for the shock dart, will be found down, turned around the corner, and a 1-for-1 trade, but Calvin D's there to back things up. The classic spam will not be enough, though, as UC Irvine get 3 on the site and then continue to hold it. Shells in tandem with no one. This is gonna be a quick takeout. 3 versus 1, too tall of an order, and that's the first blood going on to UC Irvine.
Yeah, it seems like that was a very slow played around there for a little bit until they turned on the Jets there with all going through market. Seems like they went through a mid to market kind of play there and kind of took advantage of no one kind of holding that mid area and just pushed through to play the numbers game onto site there. And I think that was a great try by the defense, but ended up going to UC Irvine.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think that they were just complacent with the KJ turret, and then once the Lear came out, it completely thwarted that entire defense, pushed it back. Boise State need to be a little bit more cognizant of that as an opportunity.
Yeah, we'll kind of see what goes on each round. It seems like they are going to be at the disadvantage due to eco because they did lose that first round. So hopefully they can get a couple picks just like that one. Bandito getting that first pick out on the Jet. If they get a couple more picks, honestly, it's a pretty good round because that bonus for the next round ends up being pretty bad for them.
Shock darts across the way. The Lear as well. They're trying to challenge us as much as they can. 8-point and tree room will be accessible, but the long shots will be there. And Boise State, how do you keep getting away with these consistent eco pistol rounds? I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
fantastic shots there all around. The Classic, honestly, isn't the best gun to have, so I think winning gunfights with the Classic honestly gives you a huge confidence boost to the team there. That was fantastic shots from
just everyone, really.
Yeah, so everyone's doing a
and you
great
think
job.
about it, too. They even swapped out on Bandito, having the Sheriff before, not wanting to go for that slow rate of fire, ended up picking up a Classic just to spam through the smokes that this Asher is trying to use. And speaking of Asher, it's just going to be Asher and Sova on the enemy team. UC Irvine trying to maybe plant there towards B.
Yeah,
it is on there.
Yeah, they did plant it, so we do have a 4v2 scenario, but we do have their guns now, so there should be a pretty big advantage.
This is Dreammaker's favorite weapon, by the way. I don't know how they're laser pinpoint accurate with this, but we'll have to see what happens. Here comes the shot through the wall. It'll be a Sova v Sova.
They do get that through the wall spray, too.
Isolation, 1 versus 1. They have to know where they are, but the reload will be there, and UC Irvine find themselves a foothold and take it with commanding force. A 2-0 lead so far on this map.
I will say UC Irvine did have the disadvantage for the 2v4 there, but it seems like they were ready to play that quite aggressive by peeking that swing angle, kind of getting them with that timing there. And pretty unfortunate, but I think that was a great round from Boise State nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, despite what it looks to be, of course, not well for them getting the 0, the general goose egg right there, able to stick it toe-to-toe with just pistols, and now they have the econ to maybe go with toe-to-toe firepower as well.
Yeah, they actually do get to buy the upgrade here, while Irvine still is on the, they should just be on the bonus right now. So unless they did a full upgrade here, they are at an advantage for guns in this scenario here.
Dreammaker, again, patented weapon. This is their wall. Trying to hold this. The wall bang can be huge, but not able to find anything just yet. Information not gathered as well, as unfortunately Cowpie will take one out near tree room. Catwalk is a dangerous place to peek, but Bandito needs to hold this angle for the team.
Covering it.
And there goes some smoke covering out. Will be dispersed as quickly as possible. Only being able to recall that star for now, but here comes the dash forward. They're going to challenge a site. Now Boise State needs a call. The 5 will be there. 3 will be the remaining force for Boise State. As Calvin's here in market, left alone until reinforcements arrive. Boise State rotating all the way from across the map, and it's a long time coming for them. There's 5 members watching possibly every angle here.
Nice shot.
Nice call from Calvin. Knowing someone was there, either information or just game sense, knowing someone's from market, makes it a lot easier. A 4 versus 3 is better than a 5 versus 3.
They're waiting for some utility here, and if they push together, they can honestly look for some good looks. If they get 1 to 2 picks in here, I think they can take this site. This is a big round, honestly, for Boise State. Great job right there. Spray through. Site now.
Shots on top. The triple boxes. Still there. No, they will drop down.
Oh,
Now,
nice shot.
flick here from Bandito, but it's a 1 versus 2. Knowing someone's in the garage. Shots through the wall. Cannot get to the point just fast enough. Actually challenges it. Will force out the rotation from Reyna. It's a 1 versus 1. Needs to stick at least half here. And we lost the beeping.
I think
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it was like they couldn't get to the round. I think, honestly, it was a good try by Boise State, but it seems like those picks that came in later in the round ended up being the force of that round. Having the disadvantage for that attack on the B side is quite hard. But I think I think it's almost there. This is going to be an eco round here from Boise State. The one thing I do like is seeing different styles of eco rounds that people do. Whether it be a 5-stack kind of like this, if they do a 5-stack A, I always like these rounds because sometimes you can kind of cheese and get that get those picks across from there and get those guns, kind of make it an even out round, right?
I really like how UC Irvine is using their utility to force Boise State to have question marks, because Boise State's such a great team to do well with information given. Shots through the wall.
They do see a lot here.
Recon dart. A lot will be used. No ultimates pop just yet, but there goes all clouds. Shots forward, maybe forcing to rotate into Dreammaker. Catwalk's dangerous if you peek alone. There's no one there just yet. They made a full retreat towards spawn. Jumping over the wall is dangerous. Shots across the
going all the way to
there goes the
spawn.
target acquisition, and all 4 members setting up the firing squad to take them out.
It seems like Boise State here actually is the attackers on this this eco round, and I honestly really enjoyed this play here from Boise State. I think, like I said, eco rounds are kind of hard rounds to win because you're at a disadvantage in terms of gun-wise, but I think taking that in together as 5 is always a great job, and they did take one. Let's see if they get more. Dreammaker does get the 1-tap.
He's lurking on the attack side of the map as a defender.
They thought they were all 5, but it turns out there was just 1. Oh, he does get 2.
Oh my. Okay.
So there's a 5v2 here scenario for B here, I think, and they have the Killjoy ult coming in. Boise State should be in a position to win this round here.
Taken out just a Sova. He's been in the corner, and a nice takeout. So have to go for the defuse. I wonder who they give it to right now. Doesn't matter, though. Boise State finding an angle, finding an in, and finding their first round of the map.
I will say that is a huge round here from Boise State here. UC Irvine up 3-0. Boise State has a econ round, meaning they don't have the same guns as them. Them taking this round means that they are still alive in this game, and also it kind of breaks UC Irvine's eco. So I think this is a huge round for Boise State in terms of momentum, or else it would have been a pretty bad state to be in.
And it's a great call, too, beyond that, because, yes, they did get the W. They get the 1 point now on the scoreboard. But they don't have to spend as much resources on guns. All it's going to be going down towards is util.
Exactly. It does have, it's a huge round for them. They can save the eco here, whereas UC Irvine have 3 people, I think, who cannot fully buy here. So expect an eco round here from UC Irvine. We'll see if they end up doing something similar to what Boise State did, but it's kind of hard to do that on the attack side.
Get out of my
Catwalk.
way.
We do hear jet ults, yeah.
Well. No other ultimates being able to be used, but we'll talk about it here in a moment, as 4 ultimates are available for UC Irvine, one of them being used now. How much will it pay out, though? Boise State having 2 of their own.
Let's say, I'm guessing here, if anything, Dreammaker will kind of hold that Hunter's Fury for that KJ ult as kind of a counter initiate, but we will see how they end up using this.
Gathered. There's a lot of people A-long. No one going through Catwalk just yet. It is guarded. Nice shots across the way, but it'll be traded. The knives will be reset as legit Soldier will fall. 4 versus 4. And I do think that UC Irvine has an angle to try and challenge this A site. Oh, have they committed to it just yet? Here comes more. The shock dart will be huge. 92 health, a little bit of armor left, so it wasn't as much chip damage as maybe they would have hoped for. But the timer has been sounded. The bomb has been planted down on the ground. Here comes the wall. Doesn't matter. It's a breach. Shell's trying to break things through.
There's the divide wall coming up. Yep, Dissipate is coming out through here for Astra, so
many ultimates being used.
Oh, great shot from Bandito, kind of jiggle peeking that, and another pickup there from Calvin.
Face tanking the Marshall shot. 1 versus 3. They do not have any knives left over. They'll get shot through. The shock dart will be huge, and Boise State finds an angle, continues to push their advantage, and now it's a 1 away from tying it up 3-3.
I'll say one thing I do see, it seems like Boise State's playing some big confidence here, just kind of pinging it, like, you know, swinging wide and going for those kills, and honestly having confidence in themselves for their aim. So I really like to see that, and I hope they kind of keep this up.
Just straight nasty flicks, and you can really never discount Boise State and their Sova. Regardless who's playing it, it might as well, you know, have some sort of heat-seeking shock darts available.
Yeah. They did get rid of that Dissipate there and the knives, but they do still have the Hunter's Fury Empress up. I'm guessing they might have a Killjoy ult here. Now they do have a buy here. Bandito with the Operator now on this jet, which we do love to see, honestly.
Bandito, despite being such a high performer with this gun, Tuesday suffered a very low kill spread with it. So we'll have to see if tonight the tables turn. Nice wall bang here from the side of UC Irvine. Unfortunately, they do not have Dreammaker in position to counterattack. Gonna continue to rotate.
I do see one in market here, so looks like oh, great pick there from Bandito.
Gonna drop here through the blind, not really needing anything else. Goes for the second one, but does not get the flick.
Does get 2 though instead.
Nice trade information given, and again the consolidation for Boise State having extra members on that side of the map, make it a 4 versus 2. But again, we've seen UC Irvine turn this away before.
Yeah, they do have 2 ults here. I guess we'll see if they end up using those. We do see both of them with that recon dart. So we know they are in B. But the thing is will they push out, or are they going to kind of wait it out? So we do have a 4v2 scenario here. Astra's kind of playing that middle. Do get one, and there we go. Finish the round. And just like that, Boise State evens it up with a 3-3 after having the first 3 rounds looking pretty rough in this scenario. They do give Dreammaker a Odin, though.
I just love that. I will force myself to go get my gun back. And for great reason, too, because with how well that wall is for some reason permeable, it is such a boon to the Boise State playstyle, especially on defense. But I really have to give credit to, and maybe some shade thrown at UC Irvine, to have their bomb planter go through and maybe challenge a B site before the team was in position to back them up, dropping the bomb in a place that was completely unobtainable.
Yeah, it seems like that does happen sometimes, but sometimes it's kind of miscommunication in terms of like, okay, well, we were all supposed to go at the same time and stuff like that. So must have been that part. But we are going to see here, Irvine has not really shown themselves anywhere yet. Seems they're kind of playing a default. We did see Astra in the mid there. Ooh, great pick there from our Astra.
Continues to find it. Has the operator available? Tries to go for a wall bang here.
Imagine.
Can you imagine? That's the pop-off moment right now for tonight. I'm so good. I guessed.
It's that one shot where you just kind of shoot it every time, but that one shot you do hit, it just makes you freak.
Yeah, you can't not shoot there for the highlight reel. It's for the montage.
So the one time you don't, it could have been that kill.
Pulling them in. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, so we did see someone at A. Great, another pick there from
some stuff there. The Legit Soldier, 2 kills on their belt, continue to carry this. Cross under the wall. And that is a Marshall with the Sheriff to back him up. The members on Boise State here to defend will be sent away, but here comes the Empress coming out. Trying to get
Hunter's Fury coming out here from Dreammaker. Does not seem to get him yet. Is it 3v2 scenario?
Wonder if he was trying to just check whether or not people were under heaven there.
I think he was trying to clear it out. Empress is up right now. So I'm thinking they might try to wait that out here and look for the next. They do find a 1, but they don't know the other 2 are. Nice.
It's a comedy for me sometimes watching
it's great.
Man. But the spike is planted, and time is running out here. The beeping will continue to get faster. Shots under the wall. Nice turnaround here. Pushing forward. It's just going to be the one, but it'll be picked up. They get the operator. It says Dreammaker's not the only one with the opportunity here, and goes for the shot, goes for the defuse.
Phenomenal play there by those two. Starting at the Hunter's Fury, kind of clearing out those spots, playing together, not trying to play 1 for 1, 1 for 0. I think it was a great job of them playing together and getting those fights there. But I will say Irvine did have a good attack there. Yeah. They kind of just swapped, like, you know, kind of took sight there, but Boise State did take the numbers disadvantage and won the round. So I think it's a huge round for Boise State.
Yeah, Boise State forced 2 out of the way. Soldier picking off 2 early into that round, but they still managed to get a pretty secure hold on that A site. If it weren't for the ability and the resource management for Boise State, they always do a phenomenal job of using their utility to garner information and then maximize what they get out of that info.
Yeah. One thing is we have not seen the jet knives yet from Bandito there, but I'm guessing he's probably waiting for a scenario where they're retaking or something like that with the operator. Ooh, great shot from Calvin D there.
Shouldn't land. This should be that accurate, but here comes the Lear as well. Here comes the Hunter's Fury as well.
There's the knives.
Jump up. Here comes the knives. Does not land any. Still has the operator, though. Waiting for someone to peek through the smoke. Goes for the shot in the blind.
You should run.
You should run. That means the KJ Ultimate's down here. A couple seconds remaining.
Do have the dissipate here from Astra, but I think in this scenario it's going to be kind of hard to use that. But it seems they end up using it for here. Smoke's coming out here pretty soon. Oh, they are going to use the dissipate. They kind of clear the site.
Push forward. I know that they are pretty privy to someone being at least on site specifically. Wallbangs will be all they can do right now, but they're going to be returned. A hailfire from the Odin. Pushing forward, it's 2 versus 3, but time is not of their essence, and they've cut off the auditory cues until they get closer. They cannot push themselves onto the point, though. They're walking into a spray of hellfire, and Boise State has a plan of action. Will get turned away. 2 versus 1. Can Bandito do it? No, he cannot. The Classic will be taken out in a headshot. Will be given to the AGO.
Yeah, UC Irvine did a great job. You noticed that Killjoy kind of had a flank angle there, so I'm guessing she kind of ulted and kind of went around that marketplace area because she did come from behind there. So I think UC Irvine kind of knows, you know, exactly what their plan is once they get these sites taken in.
And it's a bit of a question mark as well. Yes, you did pull the Blade Storm out, and we wanted to see that ultimate just wreak havoc on the health bars of UC Irvine, but all five daggers went to the ground.
Hey, it happens sometimes, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you
Unlucky.
get that, you're feeling it, sometimes you don't. We do have the ults here. We do have the breach ult now, so the one thing is I wonder if they'll play retake differently, where if honestly they'll kind of give more leeway if they end up kind of losing that site quick and then looking to retake with breach ult, or if they how they end up wanting to use that. And you know, is get a hold here with the operator.
Hey, my goodness. We'll dash to safety. Shots across the way. Oh my.
Does get? I think both of them there, so that does kind of suck with getting that through the wall sprayed, and it does get him with the Odin to finish him off.
Yeah, another wall bang through. That's going to be a huge one. We saw for about a moment members of UC Irvine coming through catwalk to tree room. So that means that A might be the focus here for this team. Does not matter, though, as they continue to find pick after pick. Boise State continue to hold their angles, but continue to peek out and be taken out immediately as well.
I will say UC Irvine is looking really good on this mid take. Since they have this kind of dialed in, they can have the wall spray while they slowly get up forward and hold those angles until they're all ready to push in. But they are going to be taking the B site now here, so Boise State can either look to retake this here or save these guns. Oh, Kyle actually sitting in the back, waiting for them in the mid here.
Nice dodge through. The wall bang, but does not find it. A flawless coming out from UC Irvine, and it's just a matter of just 1v1s not really going the way of Boise State. We had a lot of opportunity to get those picks, but ended up UC Irvine was just a quicker draw.
I was like, Kyle had a great round there. Honestly, they kind of held that angle, waiting to see if Dreammaker would peek there in that scenario. Does get the kill there, and honestly, I like how they were on B site there, but Kyle kind of sat back at gate there and just held that mid control, and I think it really made it hard for Boise State to actually kind of find an angle to get a couple picks in.
Yeah, and I mean, this is kind of something that can be noted. With Boise State and how aggressively they like to rotate. I mean, we saw them go completely to T spawn and come back to B. That kind of stuff can be exploited.
They are swapping up here. It looks like they're going through a B push here. They have two coming out the doors here with drone. I really enjoy this play here. They trade 1 for 1 here. Seems like they're kind of stick there as well.
Yeah. The Lear will be there to deter. Gonna be a trade though. 4 versus 4. Ultimates in favor of UC Irvine, but I doubt that they want to use both ways. There's one. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yep.
The caster curse could be real here. Here comes the Hunter's Fury, or the Empress here coming out. High fire rate will be taken out though. The headshots and legit soldier will back him up as well, taking out one in addition. Make that a 2-piece. And UC Irvine had the ultimate, had the pop, had the fire rate on their side. Could get the aim down, and that's going to be another one picked up for legit soldier. Again, 21 health on the health bar. Bandito doing what they can. It does not matter. It's the legit soldier show this round. 3-piece. No nuggets though.
Yeah, I think UC Irvine did try to kick that A rotate, but Soldier did hold it down there. I think it's a fantastic job of just holding that site down with that Astra utilities and great gunplay there.
And we see Astra used by Boise State to such wonderful effect, and you know, makes me wish I was a better player so I could see that kind of stuff on my teammates. But what are you gonna do?
Hey, that's what we get to see it here for. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we get to see it
exactly.
Here. Yeah, and it really does show that Boise State is a team that makes sure that each teammate's pulling their weight. Yes, you know, legit soldier getting and cashing in those kills. But we saw the kill score. They're not the top fragger of the game right now. They're using the utility to give their teammates the boon to success. And it looks like UC Irvine's trying to do the same. A possible challenge through the mid, maybe garage there through B.
Yeah, they're going to try some information here.
It does seem that they found one. The drone. They do actually get the tag, and they actually were safe while they were doing that deployment. Had some brief moments of information given. A lot of these walls are accessible for Boise State's breach player as well.
Seems like they are going to stick this mid here, but the thing is, will they go cat to a site, to A site, or are they going to try to go with this marketplace to B?
I think
they're trying to see if they can get a pick here.
Boise State is showing so much reservation. You know that they feel threatened by being overzealous against this team, UC Irvine.
Yeah, they are definitely holding these angles and really making it so they have to work for these kills in order to get them onto the sites. So I really enjoy this, how they're holding angles, not really peeking out, making sure that, hey, we're not going to budge. But it does seem that they are going to, UC Irvine is going to get the attack onto B here.
Pushing forward, 2 members will go down. Boise State 3 versus 5. It's not an impossible task, but this is a site that they've struggled to retake a few times so far. There goes the spike plant.
Rolling Thunder
Spike
is
planted.
available for breach inside of Boise State here, but the thing is, will they use it for the retake here?
Yeah, it's tough to say. It can completely divide half of this entire
Yeah.
site, but we'll have to see. Boise State still 3 versus 5. No one's fallen just yet.
Cuss is out. There's some CC out. Oh, great pick there from Bandito. They take one.
Last player standing.
Oh, and then there are just members from UC Irvine coming out of the cracks. They were just nowhere and then everywhere all of a sudden. Boise State,
Last round in the
great
half.
reservation not using the ultimates, feeling that they did not have the stronger hand in that. But ultimately, yeah, this is the fact that UC Irvine, their ability to deny retakes on this B site, I think warrants Boise State putting up an extra man over there.
Yeah, I think UC Irvine is especially doing a great job of holding the post plants with crossfire angles, right? They're not just kind of holding one angle. They're all making sure that they have multiple angles there, so they use the numbers advantage to their advantage there and making it really hard for Boise State. The one thing is I really want to see a Shells ult here for the Rolling Thunder because that has been held this half, so I think this is going to be a big part of this round. If they can take this round, it's a great going into the next half.
Yeah, needs to happen.
There's
now.
knives going.
There it goes. They were able to call it out. Were they able to get anything out of it, though? No one's able to pick up on the concussed members from UC Irvine, but the shots will be given through. Nice turnaround. He actually picks up 2 with the help of Legit Soldier, and 2 members remain from UC Irvine. It's 3 men versus 2, though, and the calls are out. Here comes the Alodrone. The spike will still be on the ground. Don't know if it's been, no, it's been picked up. Able to mark them down, but the full retreat from the other member means that maybe Rain is just a distraction.
Well,
They still have the Cosmic Divide as well.
I saw her in catwalk. She's mid catwalk area. They know where they are now. The thing is, are they going to rotate out to B or are they going to take this A still? We do have 2 ults here, so honestly, I think a good play here from Boise State is just kind of waiting for them to plant and actually play for that post plant
Yeah, with the KJ ult
round.
should
Yeah,
be
with all the
a lot
ults there.
easier.
So,
One
but
enemy
seeing,
remaining.
oh, nice.
Fantastic
Spike down
reservation.
A.
Legit Soldier kind of being the stalwart defender will be taken out due to caster curse, but here comes possibly that KJ ult to deter things away. 1
30
member versus
seconds.
2, but a fantastic on the boss's roof. That was a Spider-Man right there. if I've
I
ever
was saying he
seen
was
one.
waiting for an ult, but it turns out he had to actually have his gun out. And the one
Switching
thing that is
sides.
nice is not having to sick that ult out and having your gun out, because getting stuck with utility a lot of the time does suck to die like that.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, but that means that Boise State goes into the 6-6, and this is exactly what we saw on Tuesday. A kind of blow-for-blow exchange between both teams. No one really getting a clear stride to break away from. But it's possible with Boise State now being enabled and rewarded for being aggressive on the attacker side. That could all change.
I'll say the one thing I did like from Boise State there is that kind of they were like, you know, they're struggling a little bit for those 2 rounds, but they had that idea for, hey, let's push out a B and kind of stir things up there for UC Irvine. And I think it just shows they have some creativity going here that nothing's going to let them actually just be defeated easily.
Yeah,
and so it's
Breach is interesting, too, in the fact that he is fine on defense, but just so much better on attack.
Yep. Does Dink there from the Reyna. Oh, they're going really hard on this attack here. Boise State does take sight here.
They're going to sweep through. They get one pick.
shock
Here
dart
comes the
kill.
doors closed, and they're going to send someone up there to heaven to maybe to thwart their through over there. 4 versus 5. Boise State health bars not fully intact, but still the remnants of those are still here. Recon dart will be given out. The door will be shot through. Taken out. Cowpie will take out one and even things up 4-4. Boise State now trading unfavorably. We'll go back and forth. 2-3, 3-2. It's going to be a nice pickup. The last bullet for the Classic, and it's a 1 versus 2. But the crossfire that UC Irvine holds with supremacy is turned against them, and Boise State gets a first attack win on the map.
Yeah, that's huge going into the round. Boise State does seem to have some momentum going into this second half here. It looks like Bandito did a great job of entering in there. And also, I say, Legit Soldier there. It seems like he is the B taker and defender, it seems like now.
Yeah, we won't see him on B ever. We'll only see him on A forever. He's an A player.
It's
You
true.
like go for scouting. You're like, yeah, I only play
He holds
A.
it down. Yeah, exactly.
Nice deterrent. I like the way that they're using resources to not only, of course, pigeonhole the vision and information UC Irvine has in places that they want to rotate, but they're also feigning entrance points as well. It's all a mind game for this game, Valorant. Here Comes more utility through the tree room.
I think the big thing here is you make sure you don't get cheesed in the rounds like this, you know, in terms of shorties and something like that. Just like that.
What did you do? Captain Curse is real!
Spike down A.
A lot of times it does seem like it's pretty easy to eco-wise with just shorties and holding those angles, hoping they get cheesed, but...
Never see a Bulldog except on Dreammaker. Then again, I don't see a lot of things except on Dreammaker.
Well, it's on Soldier right now.
Reload will not come out fast enough, unfortunately, and there goes the Ravens.
Seems like
But
what I
again,
said did come back to bite.
You're near the desk, which has cosmic power. Just so you know.
As I say, the one thing is there is usually a lot of times with
I've got
teams
enough
on
time
the
to go
eco
into the
rounds, is they'll just
astral
kind of buy a shorty and play those really short angles in hopes that, hey, we can catch them slipping by not checking those angles or trading. And it seems like that was the case there. UC Irvine now does have their guns from last round, so I don't know if they're actually going to go for a full upgrade or if they're just going to go for a bonus here. So I guess we'll see that on the sides once the round does end up starting.
Concealment.
That's not a gun that was there before, I don't think.
That is true.
Wondering whether or not I want to consider maybe going towards B, but it doesn't look like that's a favored side for the Boise State team.
Yeah, I like these default takes of just really opening it up to see where they actually can take it after that.
Right.
Really making them guess of, hey, we can always go B or A here, but it seems like they are going to kind of play this slow and look for maybe a pick or an aggression here from UCI of overstepping to play off that advantage.
Auditory cues, nice opportunity to maybe get someone on the back flank. The Lear's out, and the members are getting scattered around. Wallbang to get the Lear out of the way, but jumps and gives the headshot over.
Great shot
to
from Platinum right there, honestly.
Continuing to force the things back. Boise State running into welcoming arms. It's going to be a lineup here as another flawless will be dictated, but UC Irvine cashing in on that one.
I do want to say that the Platinum shots were fantastic, but I do like their two kind of duelists right there, where
Right.
Kyle was there to back him up if they did push him there. What you saw that getting the last kill, whereas Platinum got the first two. But Platinum on that shot for the jump peak was just a fantastic shot coming out
Yeah,
from
the
him.
moment that the head peeked out, it was
So he was ready for that.
clicked.
Mhm.
Well, to be fair, when it comes down to it, Catwalk would have been the only other option, and at that
Yeah.
point, you give up that landscape, you give up that real estate, and you let those two attackers kind of force down back in the Catwalk.
Yeah, this would be a pretty big round here from both sides, from Boise State and UC Irvine.
Oh.
Platinum does get the pick off on the jet op in that mid now, so it does open it up for them. But this could be a big round here to see what momentum kind of shifts in terms of this second half here.
That's all been a mind. They're making believe that Boise State only knows how to plant A, so now they're going to go for a B plant instead.
Gotta be careful with this op still on this catwalk here.
Right, and it doesn't look like Platinum's an uncomfortable player with it at all by any means. So,
He's a jet player.
yeah, jet players and operators, name a better combo.
That is true. It does really make the gun shine.
Fairtel and Judges, by the way. That's the better combo.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
I'm a
yeah.
menace. 7 KDA.
Oh,
with
great there
just
from
the Judge.
Shells. This is
Nice
what they kind of
shots.
need to get onto this site and get this round going here. Ooh, great shot in there again from Platinum on this operator.
Yeah, and knowing that these angles are being held is almost like a consideration for just going for the pre-fire and hoping that
Yeah.
you can flick to a headshot. But another round goes by the wayside of UC Irvine. We mentioned that there wasn't much of a breakaway lead yet, but now they're 2 up over Boise State.
This is going to be a hard scenario here because I do have to save up here in terms of the next round. The one thing I will say is I think this operator is going to be kind of a problem on Platinum unless they kind of figure out a way to smoke him out or kind of make him move, right? But the one thing is that's pretty interesting is about jet players is a lot of the best jet players in the world especially, they'll move every round with that operator, so you always have to guess in terms of like what angle they're holding.
What I will mention, despite not being a great statistic, is Boise State's won every econ forced round.
That's true.
That does also mean that they've been forced to every econ forced round, but still a good benchmark. But yeah, as you mentioned, just a menace. Platinum showing that they are very comfortable with this operator, and it's something, a force to be reckoned with. 4 members now using the walls.
Ooh,
try
does
and
get
block
him though.
themselves. Nice, actually able to pick up the operator for
Now
themselves.
it is.
Now it's the Bandito show. See if it's a jet diff or not here as they rotate back through mid. I think they're still considering that this is the most comfortable place for them, despite having some mild success with retakes and defending B site. A site's their game.
So this Reyna has done a great job of, not Reyna, the Astra has done a great job of holding this A here. So it seems like we kind of know that she'll most likely be on this site here. Just got to use the util and slowly take it in. It seems like the dart did kind of miss a little bit. That is kind of unfortunate, but they are still playing this mid area.
Shots there. Nanostorm grenade coming out. 35 seconds here. Typically, we see Boise State spring into action much well within like the minute mark. We very rarely see them dwindle down the time bar. But again, out of sheer respect and lack of available information, they are having to play the guesswork now. Nice shot.
Great shot
and the
there.
dash to the side. We continue to hold this while his members come through. I think it's the right
That's a good
call.
angle.
He misses the second one, though, but he knows where Reyna could be approaching from. They just need to get their tootsies onto the point and plant the bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, but the call out!
Ooh, Bandito kind of knew
with
something
the
was up
game
there.
sense there. That's just a filthy one. But yeah, when you play enough, yeah, you kind of feel for that kind of stuff. And another shot as well.
Oh, here comes
give
the
him
ace.
the ace. Give him the ace. We did not see an ace on Tuesday. This would be the first one all week.
Seems like Bandito saw what Platinum is doing, so I can do that too.
Oh, cowboy!
Does get that.
Why you gotta try
Still a
hard, man?
3v1
Just give
here.
ace. Why you want to win?
Yeah, how dare you want to win? That's crazy. So they're just
Only
going to hold
two
this
angles
here.
I need to watch.
You think he saves the op here?
I think he's already taken the op.
That's what I'm
right?
saying. I think he just takes the op
I
and
think
saves
he's
here.
taken the op and ran with it.
Oh, he didn't.
Does not have the op, but if he loses it,
Wow,
now they
ends
get a
up getting
cashback. That was
two
a
there.
close one.
Granted, Boise State was on econ there, so I think losing however much they did definitely doesn't kind of hurt them. But I will say, Bendu did a fantastic job of picking up this operator, really kind of showing again, hey, I can do this too as well, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Just for some reason, Cowboy
Ooh,
was
that was crazy right
yeah,
there,
that was a
honestly.
great flip.
I think that was a crazy thing on the round. If Bendu doesn't get that kill, I think he honestly gets maybe 1 to 2 off there with that little flank there. And does save Boise State the round. Boise State with these eco rounds is really hanging in there.
Yeah.
Seems like these eco rounds are their
Telling you,
best rounds out
they
there,
really are.
honestly.
They put themselves in a corner. They really are comfortable fighting back. And just, I wish that they didn't do that too often.
Jet knives are out here for Bandito, so we do have the vertical option available in terms of the other team on the site. Irvine does have also jet knives, but I don't think they've used it yet. I'm guessing they have another op. That's my guess.
So. Yeah, I think that they had enough econ saved after those 2 dubs for another operator to be purchased.
Oh, just like that. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep, I think so.
That's what I'm talking about there, Baratel, where Platinum kind of just changes it up, right? You don't know what angle he's going to play, and holding those different angles makes it very hard for Boise State to actually attack.
Knives cashing in on the ultimate here. Knives still available.
Yep, they do
Here
have
comes
it.
the Knives on the other side. Knives will
great
be
try
thrown
there.
everywhere. Platinum will find one as unfortunately Bandito will just dive
do
in the middle of
smoke
5.
knives.
Jumping
my
up in the
gosh.
air, gets thrown the operator. It's like a football pass there. Going to continue to push forward, 4 versus 2. They have the KJ ult, but I don't think it's a wise decision to use it. What do I know? I'm just here to yell at stuff.
I think Platinum honestly had some great knife kills there as well as Bandito, but it seems like they did have a good defense there from UC Irvine here. Now, Boise State's kind of in a
30 seconds
spot
left.
where they can't really leave because it seems that they kind of got both sides defended here. But they are going to try to take this A site now.
Here comes the recon dart,
Yep.
trying to get on the other side of that wall to give any sort of information. They want to make the important decision.
Just like that.
It's going to be a trade, 1
Spike
versus 3. He has a
down A.
gun with a high enough bullet count to do so. They were able to hear the Reyna, gonna able to lock it down. Here comes the doors.
He's playing here pretty soon.
He's in play right now.
You have 4 seconds, so you're good.
Yeah, he's good. He barely.
Oh,
okay.
the molly.
Was that? That was not pre-thrown. That was thrown then, right?
I think that was there.
That's incredible game sense then.
'Cause I don't think
Kudos.
you could have thrown it fast enough.
Hats off. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, you'd have to peek around that wall there to heaven and then throw it down, and then it would have to
I
set
think
up.
I think she just shot him, honestly. If she was there.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Say Platinum did have some great. Honestly, that was really unfortunate there for Soldier just getting sprayed through the smoke with jet knives and getting headshotted. So that is a bit tragic there on that side. But
one of
8-10
those,
here. Boise State is more in this game. They do have Breach ult here with the Rolling Thunder here, so hopefully we can see an aggressive take here from Boise State.
Still have the KJ ult.
As
They were
well,
able to
yes,
pick
they
that up
too.
through both kills as well as that ulti orbit. They weren't able to get that. They would surely have it now.
Sova's trading with their wall abilities.
You just got to draw your favorite tiny picture. That's how you play. That's how
Smiley
you play
faces.
Dreammaker comp.
Oh, Kyle does get another
Nice
pick here on
shots.
Bandito.
Fortunately, that gives over more resources and a man advantage over to UC Irvine. And a shot again from Platinum. Take this gun away from them. You cannot. As they continue to demonstrate. You give me this gun, I'm going to watch these angles to make you pay for it.
Oh, but now he
after
misses the
shot.
shots. The
Tailwind
pistol
as
guy,
well.
huh?
Go for the blind. Maybe goes for the
Oh,
1v1.
does get-
Cannot get things
that's a
down,
lot.
though. The Ghost will miss. And Boise State is falling apart. It seems 1 member versus the rest. And a 3rd flawless for UC Irvine.
That was Nico round there for the side of Boise State, but Platinum is just tearing it up on this operator. I mean, he's changing that angle every time, so it's really kind of hard to tell what angle he's actually at to try to smoke him off or anything like that. But I think Boise State's just got to maybe try to use some utility or something to force him out here with like a rolling thunder or something like that here. So
I think it's, and this may seem crazy, but I think you have to use the KJ ult to get in position to do anything. Keep KJ's ult for denying.
They don't have Hunter's Fury up
angles.
yet either, so
Right.
they don't have a counter for that yet.
Yeah, and they're playing guesswork with their only site denial, right? I mean, this Astra, despite it being legit Soldier, doing what they can, but it's all guesswork, and they cannot track down Platinum.
There he is.
And there's another one.
You can never find him.
Soldier being taken out means that they do not have smokes to work with now for the rest of the round.
So it almost seemed like that was through a smoke kill right there.
I think so. Another shot. Kyle taking that one as well, showing up in their own way. And it is going to be 4 versus 3. Boise State guessing where numbers are up on the wall.
Pushed out there on Catwalk.
Willow is going to be able to pick
nice
one up.
shot.
Nice wall bang. 1 versus 3. They know where maybe the Astra is, but no one else will be confirmed just yet. Bandito 3 kills away from the knives. 3 kills left available on board. Does not have the spike in possession either. It is in a very precarious area, and there are so many angles that they need to trepidate themselves through.
I will say, it seems like UC Irvine, honestly, like these rounds that they play very slow in terms of something like this. It seems like UC Irvine actually kind of ends up pushing out a lot of the time, but it seems like they always push out at the angle you don't expect it. Same with Kyle here on this Reyna. I think he's been doing a fantastic job of disrupting the team from angles that they are not ready for.
The wall will knock down that momentary shield.
Oh,
but
great
goes the
shot
waiting
from
arms.
Platinum.
Yet again. Playing duck hunt right now at Boise State.
I mean, honestly, I think the hardest thing here, though, is like, how do you shut down Platinum? Because, like, he might not be, I think he's close to top fragging for his team, but the biggest thing is these first bloods are killing him. I mean, everywhere they look, no matter what it is, from the first, 5-10 seconds of these rounds, Platinum's getting at least one with this operator.
It's a mental thing, right? Him popping off on this gun is showing. Wait, FWLO is the top.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I was saying, I don't think he's top fragging, but I'm saying
I don't
this.
even remember that happening. But regardless,
he's doing a fantastic job on that Reyna. Getting like just that last the Astra, the last round, right? You get that flank up, that double kill. Those are lineups. Oh, Platinum doesn't have the operator.
Maybe dropped it on the ground for someone else to hide and hold into heaven. Wanted to be more on the aggressive side. Wasn't able to cash in on anything.
There is the rolling thunder
into the heaven point. Aldron doesn't find anyone in the smoke. There might not be anyone underneath just yet, but they have no way to check, and they're scrambling to try and find a way to force UC Irvine to respond.
Double
both KJ ults being dropped.
Hunter's Fury out. That should stop the other enemy. Yep, the enemy's KJ ult is destroyed here from Hunter's Fury. I hope he did get a gun on his side.
No, theirs will be destroyed as well. No one detained just yet, but it's a 3 versus 4. You got to be careful, though. You know, Boise State still has to be careful of the top fraggers on the side of Irvine. There goes one, there goes another one. Boise State shooting through the wall will be taken out. A trade kill of eliminations, but they have no operator to find.
And honestly, fantastic job there from Boise State using their utility together, especially with those ults that we've been kind of saying, you know, like with the KJ ult and the Rolling Thunder, to really take that site and play a great defense post-plant there from BSU.
I wonder, I feel like Platinum has to have enough money for another operator, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think they have more than enough eco.
And this is, I mean, for match point specifically, this is do or die for Boise State. They have to win 3 uncontested.
Overtime, yeah.
3 uncontested to go into overtime, and at that point, that's just an entirely different ball game. But this could be the setup they need.
Oh, here comes some Hunter's Fury. They have a
it will actually take out one.
Dreammaker
takes
two.
A second shot from AGO, and Boise State is looking dangerously down the barrel of their first map loss.
Yeah, they are going to have 3 ultimates on the side of UC Irvine here, especially with Kyle popping an Empress.
Shots everywhere. They have the operator. We saw it come through, but it looks like Boise State cannot find the angle, and a 4th flawless to UC Irvine. Boise State trying their best to find themselves a foothold, but UC Irvine will take map 1.
Yes, they will. And honestly, I think it was a hard-fought map from each team there. Really close series overall, except for those last kind of 4 or 5 rounds were kind of swayed one way. But I think the biggest thing there is Boise State doing a great job on those eco rounds, but it seems like when it counts with those, you know, straight-up gun rounds, they've got to focus on, you know, stopping that operator play, right? I think that was the biggest thing that was kind of hurting them.
Yeah, absolutely. And throw a shout out to the Idaho Army National Guard. Is of course a proud supporter of the Boise State Esports. Top plays, of course, are always presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and a degree of your choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. And that's I mean, if they're the best team, then UC Irvine's showing that they're second best right now, right? when it comes down to it, we really saw some great highlights from both teams, but specifically Platinum and the Operator. That's something that needs to be mitigated somehow.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing there was Platinum not only using the Operator, but like I said, just playing the multiple angles, so they always had to be guessing where he was, and him getting the multiple first bloods, I think was honestly a huge point in that round. And I also think the biggest thing was Kyle getting a lot of kind of like lurk kills more so. I think he was always in kind of a spot that you wouldn't really expect. But at the same time, I really like Boise State's approaches for these comeback rounds where honestly everything's kind of seeming like it's at a low point, or hey, okay, it's an eco round, you know, it's go next round, but they actually win that round in terms of like their creativity, in terms of hey, we'll push this side or go there. And I think they've done a great job in terms of creativity using that to their advantage. Whereas I think UC Irvine kind of had, they had some good eco rounds, but I think that was overall the biggest difference. One thing I do want to see is kind of more aggression with the ultimates. I think that would be a big point there.
Can't get them back if you don't use them.
Yeah, that is agree.
Well, that is going to do it for map 1. We'll take a short break and come back with map 2. Breeze in this best of 3 series. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Fans Esports Arena for our coverage of the NACE Collegiate Valorant Regional Qualifiers. We just saw UC Irvine take map 1, and we are headed to maybe a little bit of an island getaway here at Breeze in map 2. My goodness, though, these two teams are fighting. I mean, of course, right? That's why we're in the top 8. And it's in a great showing for all members that they really want to win. And UC Irvine's showing some promise here with maybe some key players. Again, I'm Jared Baratocaciglione, joined by Brandon Redhots, Cozy, and Sick. Great last name, by the way. Almost better than mine, I'd say. what do you got to say about things? You think that there's going to be a lot of changes for Boise State? What kind of adjustments have they made, if any at all?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing here is Breeze is a pretty interesting map, and I'm interested to see how the agent will kind of change up to see if they end up going with the Astra compared to something like a Viper on this map. I do know that Viper has a lot of lineups on this map with her corrosive doses, so I think it's really hard to get like post plants. They can kind of stand way out there and hold those weird angles. I also think that, like, I know Yoru isn't the greatest agent, but I think people do end up using him on Breeze due to his teleport and holding that much distance. So I think agent picks could possibly be, you know, great out there, but also it could just go back to normal.
Just a reminder for the rules, it's a best of 3, so this could be Boise State's last chance to tie things up. Coin flip determined the map pick. Winners of the coin flip picked map 1 and map 3, as well as side choice on map 2, and loser picked map 2 and side choice on map 1 and 3. Top 4 qualify for regional plays, and Boise State's fighting to stay alive for those chances. And this is the members specifically coming into things. We have Shells, Dreammaker, Bandito, Calvin D, and Your Hat swapping in now for Soldier. And we better see a Yoru, boys. I mean,
I don't know about we better, but it'd be cool if we did.
We could see a Yoru.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, who needs it? And, you know, with that being said, there's a lot of ways to win the game. I know some. It's called be a dirty Yoru player and just ultimate into things. But there are some other maybe coaches of perspectives on how to win. Personally, I think that Platinum's got to be mitigated somehow.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm not the only one with a set of keys to win the game. Doc's keys to the game in Valorant are focus angles, flank, know your win conditions, count cards, call abilities, and know the enemy econ. Doc's keys to the game are, of course, brought to you by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are the next or new to the scene or the next season veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. And again, those who are just joining us, thank you so much for stopping by. For those that have stuck by, of course, you know this is Boise State versus UC Irvine, and take a little bit of a lighthearted approach to this. Who do you think would win in a fight, a Bronco or an Anteater in terms of mascot? It's a tough call.
Probably a Bronco. I mean, horses are pretty strong.
Horses are strong.
Like, they're kind of scary, like, honestly.
Thank you. Someone had to say it. Probably like 60% of Idaho's like,
Choose
horses
your
aren't
agent.
scary. They're just horses.
I mean, they're great. Like, you know, they're like great animals, but I mean, horses at the end of the day, they're pretty massive.
No Yoru, and that's okay with me. But we are seeing, interestingly enough, despite recent attention, both the Jet and the Sky coming out. So it's not enough of a deterrent for some teams, apparently.
Also, the Viper instead of the Astra.
Just see the Viper. Yeah, no Astra coming out just yet. Maybe just a little bit too disassociative. You have to put yourself so much out of the action to lay those things down. And you know, this is Boise State's again last chance to tie things up before we go to a map 3, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, was Bind.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
I saw an icon. I could be wrong.
Ooh, some Cypher.
A Cypher. A very rare pick for, I think, maybe the first time I've seen it in a minute.
I know Cypher's usually kind of picked on like a Bind or like a Split or something like that.
It's hard
but
to have good angles for
yeah, I would say
I'm
I'm really curious to see how Cypher plays in here, because a lot of the times the like especially the flanks, like for T side, it's too wide for you to fit a trap through those.
Right. I think on defense, Cypher is a B Kingdom player, right, or a character. He sets up so many deterrents, tripwires, cages, and everything.
The crazy thing is here
side,
is,
but that's about it.
I'll say there's so many angles here on Breeze that it's kind of hard for him to hold something down.
Right.
So I wonder if it's going to be kind of a different kind of approach we've seen to Cypher, rather than just kind of like the hold sight thing. But they are attacking on the side, so we'll see how that is used as well. And it seems like they're already kind of working that mid.
3 doors. Don't get to say this very often. I'm very excited to cast this map. Here comes the Viper wall
Plant down.
and the plant on the side of Pyramid. Shots across the way as Your Hat will be warmed up and ready to get some eliminations. Dreammaker going to pick up some as well. And just like that, the entire setup for UC Irvine will be turned away. Yes, you get the plant, but you will get nothing in return as Boise State answers their recent flawless defeat with a flawless W. First blood in the map.
Love the energy here from Boise State, just coming out with a flawless victory right away to UC Irvine, and just honestly rolling through them for that first round. It was quick and Granted, they did get the plant down, but other than that, it was a fantastic round there from Boise State.
Plant's just a bait.
Yeah, true. I mean, they rushed in there, paid the price for it, right?
We see it again. Dreammaker pulling up the Bulldog. Have you seen the Bulldog trick?
What's the Bulldog trick?
Bulldog trick, if you bind both of your M1 and M2 to M1, you get a free M2 every time you M1. It'll just zoom in, do the triple round burst, and zoom back out. So you don't have to ADS. It's insane.
All right, well.
I don't know if they patch it out or not. We see another one. I think Shells has a Bulldog as well.
Sky does get the blind key. They do know at least one is there on that B side, but they do have a gun advantage. I think the biggest thing here is just not dying to any cheese kills here on the side of Boise State, but it's kind of hard to do that on attack.
I mean, to echo the wise words of Shroud, he's an okay player after all. Why you got to move while you're holding his angles, I don't know yet. And this is such a challenging one as well. Dreammaker being the sole one responsible for holding tunnel, scary, because the moment you look the wrong side of the door, you're done.
Yeah, they actually don't really know where they're at. Yeah, they didn't know that one was on B side, but we do see one mid get through doors.
Gathered. I don't think that any of those dinked at all, but the shots through the doors, and Bandito trying to get some wall bangs here with the Sentinel's gun.
That is such a cool skin line.
It's incredible. It almost made me spend money on this game.
I just think the animations for like the barrels are so cool.
Yeah. Why's Riot got to have great art? Who knows? But it doesn't matter. Boise State making a little bit of an art mistake here. Maybe a couple strokes too deep, and they will fall one down. Member advantage going over to the side of UCI Irvine, but we dash back forward into the Marshall. Hat now in sole defense. Doesn't have any teammates on the way. No one in the wings just yet. And it's all just a bait. We don't even see Irvine planting just yet. There it goes. Other side of Pyramid, I'm sure. And this is something that's unexpected, right? You lost round one. You didn't expect them to have a Marshall and other things in their inventory, but it does not matter. The rotation's on the back flank. The 1 versus 3, the blind will miss. Here comes shots along the long way. Doesn't find it. 14 health remaining, and here comes the other flanker from the side, Kyle. We'll put a period in that, and I'll tie things up 1-1.
Yeah, I think what was pretty interesting there is it seems that they kind of just left tube open there in that scenario, and it seems that they just kind of got the angles on them there.
The shells came
out. And they
This is for the chat, by the way. Apparently, there's a bunch of Shells fans in the chat.
Hey,
there's a lot of Red Hots fans too. So, that's cool. I almost did the top bun. We talked about this before the broadcast.
Yeah.
Instead, I've decided to divide the beard. It's my key feature. Let's be honest.
Anyway, I think Boise State here is probably not gonna have a bye here, whereas UC Irvine is most likely to be on the bye. The biggest thing I think is we got to make sure that they hold this tube down. Seems like last round they got kind of a flank there, and it looks like Dreammaker is taking this through.
Right way to hold the tube is just to go through the whole thing. Shots across the way, but the fire rate will be advantageous there for UC Irvine. They're making aggressive plays, but don't have the firepower to back it up just yet. They will miss out on every opportunity for these 1-for-1 changes. And it's now just up to Bandito and Marshall alone. Wonder if they try and save this or not. It will be collapsed on tube. Nice shots on both sides, though. It'll be a trade of kills, and now UC Irvine, doesn't even matter if they plan to spike, a second round win for the map.
Yep. And now Boise State should have a full buy here. You do see Bandito with the operator there. I will see. I wonder where they're going to put him at. I know there's a couple operator spots, but I'm pretty sure mid more so gets smoked every single round.
Never would have thought I'd see the first ultimate in a map, a competitive map, be the Cyphers. But
hey, I mean, look at him at the top of the leaderboard over there. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of deserved that ultimate going inside of that. We'll say Kyle once again is doing a great job on the Irvine with those flank angles there, playing all around.
And I mean, it just goes to show that UC Irvine, great team to do well with information gathered. They keep getting first-round picks, early exchanges going their way.
Is that a defensive? That's an offensive operator too. It seems like on side of Platinum.
I think so. It's got to be on Platinum.
Yeah.
Just too accurate.
Oh, yep. There's a dash.
Dash across. Does get some ticks down on the health bar, but now Boise State falls victim again to the Platinum gameplay.
3v3 now.
The way. Platinum has been taken out, but the operator's in a great place.
Shells
popping off here. Shows where he's got the fan base, and that is almost a 4-piece that'll be taken away. They will get the operator, and they will get the defuse. Boise State, again, in the face of something that looked dangerous and scary to them, the operator on Platinum, they say, we're okay.
That's the one thing that I was kind of speaking before the round, right, Baratel, is some teams kind of like, Breeze is a map where you can play that retake pretty, like, as a main scenario of defending the site there. And honestly, Shells did a fantastic job of holding those angles, making sure that they don't get flanked and popping off for his team when they needed it most.
Great headset. Corsair Void, wireless headset, RGB. Not a sponsor yet, but that's okay.
He's got nothing attached. He's ready to go.
Yeah, he's ready to.
All
ready
locked
to
in.
go. And that's the thing too, is we saw UC Irvine, and maybe in that situation could have garnered to use the early ultimate gained on Cypher, get a free pick with the operator on Platinum, and then instantly cash in, revealing the location of every Boise State member. Could bite them in the butt.
Does Dreammaker have the operator right now?
I think he's got an operator now, because 5 out of 10 bullets, that is an operator bullet count if I've ever seen one.
Like we do have the Seekers available for Shells and Kyle here for both times. It is nerfed, but you do have them out. Oh, great. They have 2? Oh, they must take 2. I think they have both of them out there from the side of Boise State. They must have 2 operators.
Purchase 1, pick up 1.
Yeah, because remember, Platinum had one.
You know, when it comes down to it, this could be one of those weird adaptations teams can make.
Oh, they see 2.
One does not get it, and they picked up another one. Kyle picking up 1. Is it just going to be off battle left and right? Here comes the defense, or sorry, the offensive Seekers. Be met with their own defensive Seekers as well. Shots across the board to eliminate that information to be gathered, but that information is gathered regardless. Operator shots across the way, and that back pyramid is going to be a dangerous one. And nice peek, and Dreammaker will call it. 1 versus 3. The operator's still accessible here from this Viper, and it's up to them in a 1 versus 3 situation. They will be collapsed on, but FWLO continues to show why they're on the top frag side of their team. 30 seconds remaining. That's plenty of time for them to get themselves out of dodge, but Boise State wants the pinage hold them there. Nice recon bolt.
Does get the bomb,
the tag once, goes for the spike plant. 16 health. This isn't looking too healthy for Boise State. Got to be careful.
Viper's Pit is available, but it seems they aren't going for it.
Don't think they're going to go for it. I think he might be peeking long cave, or might be in a defensive angle on the other side of this wall. He's got to be watching this angle. This could be dangerous if they don't do this at the right time. It does not matter. Nice Calvin D will lock it down, and Boise State goes up ahead 3-2.
Yeah, fantastic job there from Boise State. Playing it so it wasn't kind of a scary situation there because Calvin did have such low HP, but I really enjoyed how they played together for that. Killed, honestly, the 1v2 instead of just looking for that pick and honestly making a 1v1 there. I think it's a thing that happens too often. I think they did a great job of staying composed and winning that round.
Those are one of those situations that is, as the Viper, I get the pick on the 16 health player, instantly reload, and then Dreammaker comes around the corner and eliminates me. I need to unbind my reload button is my problem, but that's okay.
I will say, I do like Boise State approach of having the double operator for this breeze where they kind of always have the Dreammaker holding down this tube.
Right.
And honestly allowing it so they don't get flanked from any angle. They have Dog coming out here from Shells. They have Viper Ball coming up as well. They could look for a B play here.
Did Dog expire or was Dog shot there? Don't know, but here comes the Viper's Pit. There's the telltale sign.
Counter
this could be a counter Viper's Pit opportunity. Trades will go across the way. Spike planted assuredly on this B site, and most likely on the other side of the pillar. It's all about the blind shots from here on out. Jet Knives will be out. Jet Knives will miss. Calpie does still have ultimate. They're not going to use it just yet.
I know exactly. There it is. I'm surprised he's not going to use it here.
That's exactly why they're using it now. They are able to see Boise State's in great defense. 3 members on the side from their spawn, and pretty much only need to aim in one angle right now. Shots coming up from Hunter's Fury. Not going to find anything just yet, but here comes the bird. The blind will get one. Turned away, but only for a brief moment. Your hat turned around from the blind and immediately seeks one and takes him out. FWLO looks for an opportunity, but the spike's going to be able to be diffused. No, not enough time. They need to push and defuse at the same time. There's not enough. He couldn't get to the half, and that will give over the eliminations. He actually gets an exit kill there. Yeah. The only one alive will be Platinum, and I don't think he had the opportunity to pick up an operator there.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but honestly, Irvine did a great job of holding down that Viper's Pit and holding those angles at the end there. When it was a 3v3, however, they did have the angles of the bomb, so the spike, I should say, and they could not end up getting that end of the round. Granted, it is 3-3 now. They are on a eco round, but it seems like Irvine, they have enough for all but one in terms of econ. So I wonder if they're interested if they're just going to end up buying now, or they're just going to play the eco game where they know that they're both ecoing and go for that round.
You could just cash in. Calpie being on Cypher, you don't really need all your utility on attack, so you could just purchase the firepower.
Oh, great killer from Bandito.
That's a cash in. Gets the 5 right back. Give me those back. He pulls them from the body. And Boise State pushing forward into the spawn from UC Irvine.
Yeah, say, who's actually on attack this time?
Every time. And this is the playstyle they love to do. And even so, having any sort of healer just continues to boon this playstyle. They take these trades. They get the chip damage on their health bar, sure, but they get fully healed back up.
Spike planted.
I'll say, honestly,
planted.
I love the creativity here at Boise State on these eco rounds. That really is, you know, pushing UC Irvine that, hey, we're not actually just going to sit back and let you take a free round or anything like that. We're just going to push through and see if we can play the numbers game.
It's such a smart way to play it, though, right? Because what team would anticipate you having the weaker guns being this aggressive?
Yeah.
Shots across. They know someone's there, but they just got to line them up. It's just one
like
there.
A 3. Oh, nice shot there from Dreammaker.
Mid-dash. Dreammaker will put the Dreams over there to sleep there for UC Irvine as they get, again, a 4-3 round lead.
It did seem that UC Irvine bought there, right? Because there was Phantoms on the Phantoms on the sides of
Boise
UC
State
Irvine.
Picked up the scavenge.
And I think that's a huge round there from Boise State, especially since Irvine ended up going with that bye round, and they're going to be quite hurting in terms of econ now.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen countless times econ rounds go the way of the cheaper squad, so we'll have to see if that remains to be the case, or is it just a Boise State mentality?
Yep. Honestly, also the knives there from Bandito, I will say, were just phenomenal there. I always kind of love when it's like that slow fall of like the 3 knives. You're like, oh, I get the kill, and the 4th one hits or the 5th one hits, and you get the reset.
Yeah, gets 2 eliminations there. This is what we expect to see when it comes down to Bandito's performance, both on the operator and the ultimate. That accuracy is rewarded, and rewarded in kind, depending on how accurate you are. Dreammaker doesn't matter who they're playing, but they're going to stick on the Sova. The Archer, the Legolas of the team, will find another one. It's 4 versus 5 here. Misses out. The Marshal not powerful enough to take out the drone, but they have information, but they are conceding tunnel at the same time. Nice jump around with the knife.
I always love looking at like jump peeks from someone else's point
hop.
of view.
Yeah, that's just so funny. Nice shots. The Marshal will be met, but the Tailwind will get him out of dodge. 49 HP. The damage is pretty much, I wouldn't say done. Cavalry's here. Shell's looking for an opportunity to come heal their teammate, but the blind is confirmed. They just don't know where the member was. Shots down the doorway. Shots through the doorway.
Yeah, Cavalry had a great pick there on the side of Boise State.
Comes the recon dart on the backside. Only one member still confirmed on this side, and it's got to just be the Sova as of right now. Can't really garner more information than that, and it's for good reason. Boise State does not want to peek out and lose out on these 1v1 opportunities if they can help it.
Yeah, they should make sure they hold their angles here. They just don't want a scenario where they do get lurked here, but HGO with a fantastic headshot onto...
Taken out, shots across the way, almost gets another one. 5 health remaining on the Sky. Can't lose that crucial healer just yet. Spike will be planted. Here comes a recon dart. Good shot out of the air. Information gathered on the other side. There they are, the 1-2. Bandito doesn't matter what gun. That'll be a 3-piece here for them, and they'll get the defuse as well, putting them that much closer to the knives again.
And Bandito's playing out of his mind right now. I mean, 3K into another 3K, and just some great shots there going out from Bandito. And honestly, a fantastic recon dart from Dreammaker there, allowing it to all be possible there with like an instant tap there from Bandito.
Here, look at this.
You see him? Boom. There it is.
Boop, boop, boop. Oh, you're done. And I'm going to... Yep, you're done.
Fantastic job there from BSU here. Now 5-3, and they are going to have an eco round. If Boise State wins this round, I think it's going to be a big swing in their favor, because then Irvine will have no resources for another round. But Bandito is swapping to that operator on this round here.
And I wonder... I mean, I don't see a lot of teams challenge this part of the site with a window peek.
I've got your
They usually just go right to where ulti orb is, but here comes the Seekers to deter any sort of defense Boise State might have had. Recon dart on the other side of the map, and it's just going to be 2 members from Boise State holding this. The Cavalry's been sound as they are planting through the ace height. Other side of pyramid will be the target point. 3 versus 3 as all members will meet in exchange of blows. But Boise State trading evenly could be a huge boon to their success here. Operator looking at the long angle. Shell's looking for a flank opportunity. Pushing forward, it's the operator from Boise State. Could be one on the side of UC Irvine just yet, but no. A nice shot from Bandito. They're getting flushed out from the weeds, and the shots will be there. Shot around. Shell's going to be dangerously low. Here comes the KJ ult to push them off side.
Enemy remaining.
They are able to find them.
I like this ult here. Nice.
Nice, fantastic job from Boise State. The Viper spot the snake line in the grass, but they know exactly where that grass is, and they find them and peek them. That's going to be a 6-3 round lead from Boise State.
And this is what I'm talking about, Bartel. This is a big round for BSU to win here. Irvine just had their bye round, and now they're back to being into that eco scenario where they have to eco another round in order for them to get a full set of guns. I am a big fan of Calvin's ult here, even though it doesn't seem like it was a little later, something like that, but it forces them to be wary of it, or they have to time limit of getting outside of that ult before they can get out.
I think any KJ ult used before the bomb or spike explodes is a good one.
Yeah, I think that's
because
fantastic.
it garners that whole time chunk.
And honestly, Bandito's doing a fantastic job here with this.
Yeah,
honestly,
really
all the
popping
guns, I
off.
should say, got knives, 3K on the knives, 3K on the Vandal, 3K on the Operator, so all around. Bandito, oh, they do see all of them in B here.
I don't know if the concuss was available, but they are able to pick up one.
Viper did have a Vandal there.
Bandito will be taken out. Operators available on the back of side. Wonder if they pick it up. Here comes the fight.
Oh, Calvin.
That's grenades. Calvin picks up two headshots to check market as well. He's not the only one on the team that can shoot.
And Calvin
State,
did
2
a
versus 4 here.
Calvin did a great job just kind of holding that corner there, I think, and just playing. Oh, Dreammaker's in their spawn
over here, man. This isn't your side of the map. Doesn't matter. Boise State extending their lead 7-3. Who would expect a flanking Sova? I don't know. Not me.
I really enjoy this player. Kind of sits back, waits them to kind of push up, kind of think that, hey, there's no one in that corner, and then pops out when they least expect it and get that double kill to really sway the fight the round. And also that Dreammaker sitting in their spawn, so that was pretty interesting as well.
I mean, you know, confidence, right? This is a
absolutely.
momentum-based game. Boise State feeling themselves as we can hear the pop-offs behind us. That's the best part about being here live is
Yes, sir.
oh, it's just so palpable, the energy here. And we see another operator picked up by Bandito. Maybe going for the same dog play as before. They do finally spot that the dog's been planted to the same place 3 times in a row, but doesn't matter because Bandito finds one. Looks for a second.
Cowboys having a rough time in this tube, man.
Marshall will take out shells on the backside. Pushing forward will be Dreammaker, looking for an opportunity to flank yet again. Dodges out the blind so that audio confirmation isn't there. Kyle walking into the welcoming arms of Dreammaker. Here comes the Allo drone. Scan it out. Here's the spike. It's a 1-for-4. Let's see if whether or not they can do it. They go up to Sniper's Nest, much to their demise. And that will put 8-3 here right before the last round before the swamp here.
I mean, I think Boise State's kind of doing something that UCI did them last round and playing all these different angles that you wouldn't expect people to be. So, for example, Dreammaker being in that too, but only at the headshot level, and them not being able to see around or, you know, not really check that angle normally, right? So I think Boise State's doing a fantastic job of just playing these angles and playing this game that they weren't last game.
Yeah, they're definitely feeling themselves. They are similar to pretty much every other squad here at Boise State, in which the first X amount of minutes of exchange are exclusively used to feel out the enemy team. And once that gets a feel, they start taking off. And here comes the ultimate here. Hunter's Fury.
Hits him once, it's fine.
Will be used and completely turned away. That's
also,
the battle of the
he's using a
here.
judge. So use that Viper's Pit with a judge there.
Nice call here.
And I like that. He's just holding this entry down and make sure they have nothing to go into.
Don't have anything to say.
Nice
shot. You are kidding me. Okay, Bandito's playing one right now. Why don't we see more Breeze? This apparently is a great map for Boise State.
And they're playing phenomenal here. If they can win this one, they can...
Great reservation. Not walking into tunnels just so wantingly. Looking for the peaks first and the shoulder jiggle as well. Boise State playing with complete respect and reservation until the moment they pop off, and all that's out the window.
Yeah, the biggest thing is they need to make sure they don't get too hyped up here to lose this last round. This is a big round of the half here. Oh, nice. Another one.
The slow fall, as you mentioned. He dashes in, goes for the 5-knife, but misses. This could be the overzealousness. That could be their demise for their lead. Here. Shell is still available. The fan squad is watching desperately for their favorite player to pop off here. Dreammaker pushing forward as well. The counter Viper Pit, no spike plant, and 23 seconds on the board.
I think they're going to wait till they hear the spike plant cue.
Here comes the KJ ult. Another one available for Boise State and Wanton almost back to back.
One enemy
Here's
remaining.
the spike plant. No, spike's not even. Yeah, there it goes. 11 seconds remaining. Boise State just needs to play for time. I doubt that they will. They want to go for the kills. They want to go for the eliminations. They're hungry for blood, and they will take it away from UC Irvine.
Yep. Fantastic half here coming from Boise State. All smiles here on the Boise State team, and they are very, very confident and feeling, honestly, just I feel like I'll say, yeah, they're out there. I mean, honestly, they're playing aggressive, but they're making sure they're holding back to not have those dumb plays that you see sometimes. People get a little overzealous in terms of those hype plays, but I hope they can keep that momentum into the second half of Breeze here and can close this map in a confident win.
This is so crazy. Boise State, great on pistol rounds, great on econ rounds, except when the enemy team has pistols. Super weird. We'll have to see if that remains to be true. As if they can put themselves up to 10-3, that is so comfortable. Not enough to take the foot off the gas pedal, of course, but definitely enough to continue with the momentum.
Absolutely here. And honestly, I think the first thing that happens is to start with this round here. And
Shots
off
acquired.
the bat, Shell's just hitting him with the headshot onto the Sova there.
No auditory cue just yet. They know someone somewhere, but it doesn't matter. They're obscured by smoke. And Cowpie will fall here. You're finding one. Bandito finding one as well. Going for the ulti orb before the get the orb, quick!
You got it, nice.
Okay, thank goodness. That's the real team player. Hey, stop the defuse. I know it's how we win, but I need
He
the ulti.
had it calculated. We're good.
All right, 2 versus 4. We've seen UC Irvine do this before, maybe with different agents, sure. But this could be a tall order regardless for anyone. 10 seconds, 11.
Kyle did a headshot.
Kyle getting a headshot.
Shells is here a little low here, but does have a great angle to find it.
It's almost disastrous. The tracking's there. Someone's done their homework, and Aim Labs will help them out. Dreammaker going to pick up another one. 3 members of Boise State going to be able to cash in on some of those kills. 10-3, though, as Boise State is getting closer to closing this map.
I would say,
out.
honestly, they're going to keep this momentum up and finish this map out before, so they can keep riding this momentum onto the 3rd map. That is obviously, if this goes to that map.
Might be bind. I don't know.
But
I don't know.
I mean, they just got to keep showing restraint and honestly showing confidence. I like this aggression that Boise State is playing. They're showing that they're not having 1 ounce of dread in terms of any snare they're going, and they're just going full throttle into it.
They're using their resources very intelligently, garnering whatever little lead they can. Spectre's coming up, Bulldogs as well. I hear a Marshall. I think that's on UC Irvine's side. Here comes the dog to thwart out anything. Venom Orbs as well.
I like how they're having these smokes for the flank angles from mid. There's a lot of angles you can play in that mid there, and great job.
On the backside, FWL though, going to pick up one with a Bucky. I don't care what team you are. You bought a Bucky. I'm happy. Spike down. It means the spike carries down, but it's going to be 1 versus 3. Pick up the spike. Pick up the Bucky, please, for me, boys. Pick up that Bucky. Go get the Bucky. Hashtag get the Bucky.
He does see it. Shell's going for his 3K on the round there. I think it was a great job there. They're playing these angles where they're having most of their team somewhere, but they're always having someone to have the flank, whereas Shells was still holding this mid here, gets one and gets the other one from the flank, and I think it's a fantastic job to have that, so it keeps UCI always wondering where they're actually at.
Yeah, they're forcing. I mean, this is such a hard map to defend in general, but Boise State is making it look nigh impossible, coming from every angle and coming from very unorthodox places. We have yet to see them go just a full mid to B rotation. Yes, we've seen doors, but that's even less common than even going through cavern or even tunnel. But Boise State really keeping this UC Irvine squad on their toes. Wallbangs will be here. Here comes the ulti orb gathering. Calvin D on the flank.
So once again, just kind of always holding that angle. Seems like someone always is.
This is something also to mention. We see a Cypher struggling to defend on this map, and that could be exactly to piggyback off what you said. He does not have a lot of great angles to utilize his abilities. Walking in, Calvin D will find one on the backside. AGL will find one though.
Nice
Shots
shot.
across the way. Dreammaker with the 1 click. You only have to click once, fool. And he'll take one down. 3-3.
Seeker's coming out here. Oh, nice shot there from Dreammaker.
A headshot. Just 1 member remaining. He'll actually pick it up. And your hat will pick up another one. 12-3. And Boise State is looking night and day difference between this map and the last one. UC Irvine, I feel like they're a different squad.
Yeah, I mean, Boise State is overwhelmingly coming into these sites with a lot of confidence and just checking all these angles and honestly just winning these gunfights, right? It seems like you see a lot of these 1v1s that have, you know, honestly equal playing fields, but Boise State's just winning them, and I think they're warmed up and they're ready to go right now, so I think they're doing a fantastic job here. And man, UC Irvine is struggling to find their kind of mark on this defense here.
This is not a UC Irvine map from what I've seen so far. Boise State going to push forward onto A. Pyramids will be accessible. Do not get the drone out in time. Here comes the dog to back it up. The concussion could be huge in the demise.
They have a flank through 2. Get ready for it.
Look at the health bars here on the side of UC Irvine. They're dangerously low. Platinum will pick up one, not with an operator, with a rifle of their own. The Guardian being picked up as well. Such a unique selection of bullets coming through. Boise State struggling to find a way to close it out. And they will walk into FWLO. Boise State getting a little bit of a break check there.
I mean, I think they were on an bonus round
Yeah, they
from the round
bonused,
before. I will say,
so 1 kept pistol, 2 kept bulldog, and I think they purchased rifles.
yeah, this kind of sucked here. He does get locked in the animation there from shells, so Platinum does just get him on the timing there. And great shots all around from UC Irvine. But I mean, UC Irvine is fighting back a little bit. They can see if they can actually come back into this game. Valorant is a game where all it takes is just to get on the even playing field, you know, and they can ride that through a long time.
We see the pocket change right now that Boise State struggling with after that purchase, after losing that round. If this round goes similar in fashion, they don't have the change, they don't have the funds to purchase that same arsenal again. Comes a recon
Oh, they do have the Vipers pick coming in on the side of BSU, and they have the Killjoy ult. They got a lot of utility coming onto this one. Ooh, does have the flank. Great job.
Sense. Fantastic play from Dreammaker, keeping the dreams alive. 3 members now. UC Irvine will drop, and another one will follow suit. They're like flies right now, Red Hots, and Boise State's got the swatters ready to launch. 2 members left. Can they find them through the Viper spray? This is a great way to play this comp. And a fantastic shot as well. Just 1 Sky remains. And Boise State, they answer with the map of their own in commanding fashion. Now, going to game 3. This is hyphy as heck.
I mean, I will say the first map was, what, 9-12, I think, in the side of UC Irvine. This map was a dominating performance there from BSU in that 12-4, 12-3, I think, in that scenario. And Boise State, if they keep playing like this, I think they're going to have a fantastic chance at winning this 3rd game.
Yeah, you got to give some credit, of course, to more sponsors. Score Pro Advice, I'm sure these guys have heard it before, at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure, and you'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Fantastic. I mean, that's just the coolest thing ever, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I honestly think stuff like that's really cool to see, especially in like the high school scene. I mean, I wish in high school I had like a website like that where I could, you know, find league teammates to find, or even stuff like now or Valorant or you know, Overwatch, all that stuff. I think it's a fantastic outlet to find people to play at a competitive level. You know, I mean, sometimes video games is your sports. Like for us, you know, esports is a huge scene, and I think it's nice that sometimes people around you might not be too into it, but I think having a tool to use something like that to find people like that.
You're the greatest, giving me all these segues. I do want to mention, of course, Boise State Esports, always looking for talented players, production, and broadcast talent. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. And, I mean, this is the coolest thing, as you just mentioned. There was not before a time like this, anything like this before.
Yep.
You know, but that will be at least a moment for me to gather some water. I'm sure you guys at home need some after that sweat-dripping performance from both teams. That will do it for Map 2. Map 3 coming up here after this break.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are moments before seeing which of these two titans of teams will emerge into the top 4 teams as we continue through with this NACE All-Star here. Boise State versus UC Irvine in Valorant. We see the players coming back after their water breaks, but truth be told, I think I deserve the biggest water break of all because I am dripping with anticipation and a little bit of sweat too. What a fantastic map here for Boise State, able to clutch things back up, tying things 1-1. And I heard some pretty interesting news. I heard that map 3 is going to be Bind. Red Hots, any thoughts?
I think Bind's a really fun map just
map.
because of their teleporters. I think teleporting in the game, obviously this is a day 1 map, so a lot of people have had a lot of time to play this map, but I always think it's fun to play a lot of mind games with this TP. Sometimes people will over-rotate until they'll take TP to the other side of the map, or they'll use that TP from that A short onto the B hookah range. I think it's a really cool idea, and I think a lot of teams use it differently. One thing I always kind of enjoyed was like the cheese kind of eco rounds where people will go outside of a short. They'll go through, and they'll kind of all go together with pistols onto that inside hookah. So I think that's a fun little thing that goes on with that.
It's about angles, it's about 1v1s, but most importantly, it's about deployable things. And just again, reminder of the rules, it is a best of 3 here at the NACE Star League for Valorant. Coin flip determined map pick. Winner of the coin flip pick map 1 and 3. That's why we're on Bind now and side choice for map 2. Loser picked the side choice as well for map 1 and 3 and map 2 specifically. And the top 4 qualify for regional finals. And Boise State or UC Irvine, it could go either way, are this much closer to determining who's going to go. Server choice, again, based on the server with the closest average ping for both teams, which I think is Oregon, maybe? Regardless, we're headed to Doc's keys to the game, of course, in Valorant. Focus angles, flank, know your win condition, count cards, call abilities, get shells on cam. That's the best. And these Doc's keys to the game are brought by Twitch chat, who loves the ever-living heck out of shells, I guess. No, but for real. Doc's keys to the game is brought to you by Drop-In Gaming. It's one of the premier online platforms for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran like myself or Red Hots, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com.
And just like that.
And then you can get a fan base like Shells, apparently.
That seems like it. I mean, I'm just saying ever since that we said that, you know, everyone is kind of rooting for Shells, he dropped the hair down for game 3.
He's got the hair down for game 3.
Hair down, ready to go, saying what's up to the fans out there. It's always a fun thing.
That's an Ash Ketchum move. That's the hat turning backwards.
Is this his hat turning backwards?
Yeah, absolutely. It's serious time now. And again, as we do throw it to the lineup, Shells, Dreammaker, Bandito, Calvin D in your hat. We saw them pop off last round. We have to see whether or not they can do it again.
I will say we have to make sure that we do clarify if it's the Ash Ketchum. It's the one where he wins.
Oh, you
know, he loses a lot.
He took forever to win.
That's what I'm saying. But this is the new one, right? So
didn't he have to combine with Greninja or something? Right,
this
is a different story.
Anyways, yeah.
Regardless, this is Valorant actually. No combination just yet of agents, but Boise State putting their combative powers combined and almost trying to form Captain Planet in terms of W's tonight.
I will say this is going to be a crazy map. There's a lot of line for both teams. The team who wins this gets top 4 and does qualify for the tournament, whereas if they don't, they have to play in the second qualifier and go through this entire process once again.
Yeah.
So this is a big map for both teams here, and I'm really excited to see what team kind of steps up to the plate here. We did see a very BSU-sided win on that last map, but does UCI come back and say that, hey, we're still in this and we can do this as well?
Yeah, it's tough to say, right? Because Breeze offered so many different angles. As we look at the matchup, Boise State versus UC Irvine. Winner takes it home and proceeds forward into the tournament. Loser has to do this all over again, and that repeat story could be the demise of the team, but they are putting their best foot forward as we head into Bind shortly.
Yeah, and we can take a look at the agents here. Cal P or Pi, I think it is. Cal Pi, sorry. Is going back on the Cypher. I think Cypher on Bind is a very good pick. It can lock down those B sites, especially with all the different camera placements and those really interesting tripwires. You can go from vertically rather than those horizontal spots. You can have a lot of cool kind of almost spider webs, as you could call them.
And I think Boise State has combined the best parts of the last 2 comps they ran. They have the Asher, they have the Viper. I think it's a match made in heaven. And they have the healing for Sky, giving them the opportunity to be aggressive for those shoulder jiggle peaks and maybe get those trades in their favor. We do not see a healer on the side of UC Irvine, which could change things.
Yeah, it seems
that
like
is a weird move, dance move. Shells, I know you're showing off for chat. Keep doing it.
Yeah, the one interesting thing here is we do have the difference in duelists here. That we do have a Raze versus the Jet. I think Raze is really good in this map, but also Jet with that operator kind of potential is always huge. They're playing 3B long here on the side of BSU.
It's an interesting call. Toxin screens coming out. Here comes a lot of the Asher utility as well.
Oh, great grenade there from Raze.
Paint cans is going to be used, but Your Hat will pick up one on the backsides. Cowpie will be dropped, and healing will need to be given over to Bandito. Unfortunately for them, their healer is
other side of the map.
Not on the map anymore. They're on the ground. Some were taking a nice little nap.
We do have a trade 1-for-1 here in terms of Irvine and BSU here, with Jet being low on the side. They do have bomb planted, yeah.
Dreammaker had a tremendous performance on Tuesday for this map bind, and we'll have to see if the same thing repeats itself. Boise State with reservation, peeking these angles slowly, not giving over an advantage yet. Thus, recon darts are going to be given everywhere.
Does find one.
Does find one. One's got to be surely near Hookah. Here comes shots across the way. Boise State struggling to find them as Platinum peeks out from the corner. FWLO will find one as well, and it's 1 versus 3. Your Hat going to be found out. Paint cans yet again. 21 HP. We'll find out as the dust settles, and Boise State will suffer first blood this map.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a great kind of scenario they had going on there. I like the B kind of 3 style where they can go through that TP and have that, you know, basically 3-2. But I will say Platinum had some great grenades there, kind of clearing those corners out where you're forced to move out of the way, or else you basically do end up dying on that pistol round.
Great calls. I mean, the triple commit to B-Long was questionable, especially with the recon dart forcing an immediate reaction and retreat from all 3 of them. But again, this is the map that was the most back and forth for Boise State up against their last combatants.
Play this very aggressively.
Shots forward. Here's the aggressive play, but gets punished immediately. Boise State trying to find an angle in the aggressive front, tying it up almost.
2v3 with guns now.
Picks up the guns, picks up the salvage.
Maybe Phantom. Wow.
That was a quick
This could be a huge swing in terms of Boise State here. UC Irvine most likely will have the Spectres still, but they do have a Phantom on the side of Boise State. If they can make use of this gun difference, it can be a huge round for these guys.
I don't know if there's going to be an opportunity to capitalize on a flanker here. I think more of your power needs to be forced onto site, and it's up to Bandito. No pressure, of course. Trying to find any sort of angle to push onto site. Waiting for the smoke to be gone. Here comes the pink candy. You unfortunately can't shoot those. That would be a great balancing time, but not able to. 11 health. Trying to find things through the wall.
Oh, close. They were very lit on the side of UC Irvine, so that was very close for just him having the triple kill. But I think it was a great try from Boise State. They end up getting 3 of them down in terms of them having eco rounds, so now they can have that full buy here coming inside of Boise State.
They purchase their weapons, and hopefully it will prove successful for them. We see quickly both Platinum and Kyle being the clear front runners for eliminations on their side of things. But that does mean that they're ever so closer to their ultimates. 5 and 7, 4 and 8, and that showstopper could be huge here for the side of UC Irvine.
Absolutely, yeah. We do love some Raze highlights, I will be honest.
You got the bunny hops.
Yeah, I'll say the big
pads.
boost jumps.
Oh, it's so cool.
Okay, we do have the Viper Wall up here. Looks like they do see a couple B. Great job from Bandito getting that pick on the operator there.
Operator. That's a round 3 off.
Ooh, does get the pick.
Saving up some money here. It's going to be 3 versus 4. Where is Bandito holding this angle? Needs to continue to hold this with supremacy. Maybe looking to peek through Hookah yet again. No information given over by Shells just yet, but tree room can still be good. And a long angle from B. We saw how quickly UC Irvine was able to defend that from just the dog scouting. They call out that it's going to be an
plant going down here.
Going to heaven, shots across the boxes. Here comes the cyber cage as well. Your Hat trying to find anything the one way here in showers. What a great placement for that. Consumed it just for a moment.
Wall going down.
Nice shots. Here comes the wall down, and so will fall the wall and health bar of Kyle. Top fragger be sent it back.
And no one's over there.
They know someone's got to be nearby. They could go for the defuse here, but they want to make sure that it's safe to do so.
Oh,
Shots across the board.
great spray
as
from Calvin
D will put a capitalized letter on that one, tying things almost up. Boise State 4-0. Almost a flawless 1-2 in the map.
Yeah, it was a fantastic retake there for Boise State. Honestly, this scenario, they know Sky has the pop flash out there, so they did see that, or did hear the audible cue that there's someone was out there. And honestly, fantastic transfer there from Calvin D. That just shows the practice he's been having.
11 HP, no worries, no fear in the heart of that player, and just makes the quick flick adjustment and takes him out. But that does not tie things up just yet, as UC Irvine still holds on to a minuscule lead.
Yeah, I think at this point there should be pretty even in terms of guns now, so hopefully this next round, this will be a big round for Boise State to win here, but Bandito is playing these showers pretty aggressively. The camera does come out, but he pushes it instead.
Peek it.
I like that. I like that choice, just holding that aggressive angle there. He knows that someone does have to come there if they want.
Goes up and over, does not find anything just yet. This could be the stark difference maker. This is the first time we've seen UC Irvine not pick a jet, and that does mean that Platinum has to make sure to make some room with a Platinum or with an operator with a different character, and it's not as easy to do so without this.
Oh, there's the blast pack. He pays the price for it.
Calls out immediately. Your hat picks up a 2-piece. Calls out the reinforcements need to be here. FWLO, a star player for UC Irvine. They go for the plant. Comes the acid. Snake bite will be there on the ground, but will deter only for a moment. Dreammaker knows this angle very well. This is a very comfortable place for them, but the Viper's Pit will be called out. Blade Storm won't be necessary. Calpine will find one. He actually finds the ultimate opportunity here. And they know that both these members are in this, and Elbow will be the target place for Boise State. Trying to go for the wall bank. Doesn't find anything just yet. Still within the confines of that Viper's Pit. Not able to find anything at all. Shots through, though. The Shells will find one. Here comes the knives. Goes for the 4. Gets the reset. Needs to push forward. There's only 1 versus 1 here. Still has knives available. Goes for the defuse. Gets shot. 2 health.
Does he stick?
He's going to go for the half. Going to peek out from that. And he actually gets it. You have to be kidding me, Bandito. You should not get away with this. As Boise State, 2 health, 2-2 in the map.
Wow, fantastic job here from Bandit, who pops the blades. They know they have a 2v2, and honestly, pops the smoke, gets the 2 HP, really just gets that to half, and then just peeks out and takes him down.
What a flick. This is insane.
Fantastic confidence there by Bandito to pop that Blade Storm and honestly show the confidence he needs to take the round over. UC Irvine definitely feeling that one in this scenario.
Yeah, it may be a tie round, but UC Irvine had the mental damage just thrown down on them right there as the Gambit and Gauntlet have been called. Boise State finding the recon dart down towards B-Long. Know that they still have an operator watching the angle here from A short through mid. Viper wall coming up. Here might be a retaliatory wall as well. No one being given over yet. Find any information. Nice shot and flick from Calvin D. Will start things up as Bandito will pick up another one. Cannot be stopped yet. The momentum on this player is running full throttle. And UC Irvine, despite their best efforts, they had a plan of action. They're being forced to scurry and reassess what their situation may be.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh
man,
my goodness.
it seems like everyone's gotten 1 kill this round so far, and they're just each doing their job. Exactly. They got 1 left here. I wonder where the Sova could be. Oh, they did blind it.
He actually got him.
It's probably in garden area or an elbow.
I think it had to be an elbow. There's no way it gets the garden through that long turn because there's another one back there.
TP'd through.
Oh.
At least it sounded like it. Oh. Yeah. Wait, no.
He was still there.
I wonder if he TP'd through short?
I think
it was a Boise State player.
Yeah,
I'm trolling.
I think it was your hat TP through short to Hookah and then tried to challenge from B long, but still in that elbow place. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, no, I know. I was like, what? All right, that's what it was.
This bird goes forever. She still needs nerfs.
It's true.
Actually, though, I mean, as we can clearly see, she's still not nerfed.
Great lineup here. Honestly, Boise State just need to keep holding these angles, and obviously it's a 4-head combo, but just winning those gunfights, I think does a great job, especially winning those 1v1 gunfights. Goes a long way in these games like this.
As the lineup, Streammaker showing the prowess here. As a defensive A-hold, Viper's Pit will be the target.
But there's another pick on the op.
Playground. Calvin D still alive, still able to take this ticking forward. And 1 member from UC Irvine will fall. Here comes the Owl drone, pushing out the member from Calvin D. A little bit of integrity left.
Does get it back in there, though.
Yeah, back to full here. Going to keep peeking in and out. UC Irvine does not know where this Viper is, let alone more of the other players from Boise State. Peeking out from Showers, Dreammaker will find another one somehow.
Spike down was there too.
He's on the back side looking for a T flank. And it's going to be a long con operation for him there, but it does not matter. Boise State's comfortable sitting in that Viper's pit for now. Shell's holding this angle, waiting for a counter rotation. Here comes the Seekers out. I don't think they got locked on anything just yet. Does not matter. The information is given, and Dreammaker is poised to strike here. The remainder Boise State squad kind of sprinting on, galloping on over if we want to be thematic to B site. They're comfortable either way here.
Still did see
the Viper's
B,
bit
I think,
active.
outside Marketplace. Did a wall bang there. Might have not killed it. Might have hit him. As if, oh, does get another one.
Kyle gonna find one on the backside. Shells will fall here. Shots through the wall.
One day.
AGO continuing to be such a catalyst
for
hope on this side, but he will be taken out
is.
as simultaneously Bandito and Dreammaker, the executors for this squad, will find him and take him down. Boise State doubling up 4-2 in this map.
Honestly, Boise State's just playing every angle known. I mean, Dreammaker pushes out, kind of holds that angle that doesn't push any further, gets the pick. As soon as he gets a pick, he drops back so they don't know where he actually was. They knew the bomb was there, but the thing is they only had one place to go, and that was hookah, which they were ready for at multiple angles, and they win the round. Boise State has a lot of momentum going into these rounds right now, and I think if they keep this up, it could be a same as last map scenario.
I'm surprised they're able to move. Their pockets are way down with stacks of cash as they continue to show dominance here. And this is such a beautiful thing. We had been a little bit maybe critical of Bandito's performance last time they had the operator on Tuesday, but this time they are shutting up any doubters in the chat as they continue to show off. Take flight. Dreammaker putting out the Owl drone. We forced away from the Astra. Not much to do there beyond that. Cosmic Divide as well as the Hunter's Fury and the Showstopper. We have yet to see this ultimate come into play, and if it's used correctly, it can be huge. Shots across the board. UC Irvine has an idea where Boise State is. It's all blind though. Ooh. Shots forward. Shells will find one. A nice retaliation through the wall. Shock Dart. Venom Bite. Gonna push down. Here comes the Venom on the ground. Here comes the Recon Drone as well. The triple bounce. What a fantastic placement. And shots through the wall. Your hat gonna get a wall bang specifically. Dreammaker trying to find one of their own. Boise State 4-2. The bomb's on the ground.
There
nice challenge. Your hat with the quick flick. 2 versus 4. Here comes the rest of it. And the sweeping squad cleans it up. Boise State, I don't know you guys had a part-time job as janitors.
Okay, there's the one, huh? There's the one from Bertel coming in.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. I'm working up to
it. He's been waiting for that one to come in. But once again, Boise State had a great round there. I think it was an eco round there from UC Irvine, which kind of started out. They had a couple good picks, or one good pick, and then turned the tables on them. But BSU, once again, just playing with confidence. And I think UC Irvine's going to need something to really turn this around. I know that they have attack pause. I don't know if they need something like that where it's kind of like a reset or something like that.
Right.
But I guess we'll continue to see what they end up doing to try to get themselves back into this game, because it is far from over where it stands right now.
Those attack pauses are available 1 minute per map, I believe, per team.
I think it's one team.
Yeah, it's all about, coaches can get involved in that as well. Maybe a little bit of a reset, a mental like boon. Who knows what needs to happen. UC Irvine has got to figure something out though. Could ultimately come down to the ultimate use. We were critical of Boise State's usage of the ultimates and abilities in map 1, and this time, as we can clearly see,
double Hunter's Fury.
Here comes the Showstopper.
Does get it though.
Shot on the backside, does not find anything though. Goes for the splash, it was not enough. They know someone's in hookah. Shots across the board. Your hat and as well as Dreammaker are picking them up left and right. Shots through. How did he know he was there? I don't know. Calvin D with the premonition, and a Viper ready to strike will pounce and get the fangs locked in.
I mean, right now it just seems that Boise State has every angle covered. I mean, next thing you know, you look at one person's point of view, and next thing you know, everyone else is basically getting the kills from all different angles.
Yeah, it's because, I mean, you had mentioned it before we even got into the map. This is a map as old as Valorant is. It's one of the first maps, and Boise State could be using that to just great success. Maybe UC Irvine thought they had the upper hand, but you know, every team that's competitive needs to know this map, and Boise State feels like they're showing to know a few things or two. Shoulder jiggle around the way, bunny hop as well.
Yeah, it does seem like they're kind of setting up a Viper wall here on the side of A for UC Irvine, with Cypher having a little jiggle peek there, jump peek. And now they're going to kind of hold this angle to see where they end up playing. Hunter's Fury coming out from UC Irvine here.
Yeah,
Spike down
B.
B.
Just yet.
Well, they get 3 kills across the board.
How is this happening? I don't even see this happening on the map, but it's here. Boise State pushing forward through that mid side. And it even looks like Bandito had rotated to B while missing out on that wall. It was just a feint, a 2-piece here for Bandito. Can he make it a 3-piece yet again? The hat trick, no. As Calvin D will pick up yet another elimination and a second flawless for Boise State this map. 7-2. Things are looking dire for UC Irvine.
I mean, it just seems like Boise State is a swarm of people right now, always kind of just going to where the action is going, but each one of them are just always winning these gunfights, and it seems like it's just really hard for UC Irvine to get any advantage in these rounds whatsoever.
Going up here.
And Bandito with these ops, it's just been fantastic there going around.
Yeah, it really begs the question, why the swap off Jet here on the side of UC Irvine? Platinum was a wrecking shop candy. He was a force to be reckoned with, and now he's nothing but a puppy dog.
Standing ahead.
I think the Rays is trying its best here, but it seems like Boise State is overall just playing quite well right now. Just once again there, getting another pick on the Jet on the op.
AGO, a fantastic fragger so far on this map for UC Irvine. Will be taking a quick siesta here. Is that an enemy op, though? No, that was a Bandito shot.
Yep.
Continuing to watch this, and look at Dreammaker's angle. It's not even like the defensive posture there towards Paradise or Tree Room. It's on the attacker side, watching you go through B long and trying to find something secret out. The dog will be here as well. That's why he's holding that angle. FWLO cannot find a piece. He actually finds a second one with 8 HP remaining. He's calling for healing, I'm sure. The rest of the members of UC Irvine can use this towards their advantage. Here comes the teleport. Through to Hookah. It's going to be weighted. Kyle in the wings. Double headshot. Waiting for that to come through. Here comes the healing, though. He topped off at 100 before things stopped.
Yeah, they do have Viper's Wall set up here for the side of UC Irvine, so they can go with that. I'm guessing maybe they rotate to A here. But they do need a round desperately to kind of stop this streak that Boise State has going on if they want to get back into this game. Well, there it is.
The Viper's Pit can be answered with the blades. Not really the best counter ultimate by any means, but here comes Shock Dart coming through. Recon only 4 seconds away. The stall for a few seconds, and they can afford to do so. Here comes the Recon, I'm sure. Trying to scout things out through the smoke. Back in showers, maybe? No. On the other side of Radiant Boxes, also no. In the Viper's Pit, the UC Irvine dreams remain alive, but Dreammaker will quickly put those to sleep with the assistance from Shells. They'll get the defuse. The Viper's Pit does not matter as Boise State takes 8-2 in this map.
Yeah, I mean, Boise State right now, it seems like, they had a good chance going on for UC Irvine, but it seems like the number disadvantage just keeps kind of haunting them with these. They can't get an in on these attacks at all. It just seems like they can't get something going here. And Boise State's doing a great job. Fantastic shot. This was a fantastic shot for them to really make sure they can have this round. I think, honestly, each member of Boise State is putting in some great work all around. They have some great utility going out. They have some fantastic plays going out, and I think each of them are just doing a fantastic job individually as well.
I happen to agree. It's hard to criticize when the adjustments they needed to make from Tuesday to tonight have seemed to be answered. They are playing with confidence. They're playing together, symbiotic. They're calling things out. You see members get called out, and they're completely turned on, and the bullets just come through spray-wise, and then the ultimates, they're using them to great effect. Boise State continues to find one. Calvin D will take a 2-for-1 trade. Your hat will pick up the third. And just like that, 2 members remain for UC Irvine as we get dangerously close. Boise State, 4 versus 2. We've seen in the first map, UC Irvine hold resolve and get this secured. But this is a taller order. This is a different Boise State squad than map 1.
Yeah, I agree with that point completely. Astrowall did go out there, but it seems like they didn't get too much with it. Great shot from Benito. Honestly, crazy play from Cowpie there, trying to push through spawn there to try to make it like a couple cheese kills.
Doesn't even need to move. Knows it's someone somewhere. Knows he's on point actually now. Your hat looking for the angle. He's somewhere where Tunacan was. This could be the opportunity. Walking in 1 versus 1 is going to be dangerous, but Boise State corrects it quickly. Goes for the 2-point challenge, and unfortunately for UC Irvine, a 9th round win going over to Boise State. I think the 7th one unanswered.
Yeah, I mean, it has been. Yeah, they're on a 7-0 streak at the moment here. Ever since it was that 2-2 kind of scenario for them.
Boise State on the defense. This
yeah,
isn't even their forte.
And I think this is going to be a big round, especially if they can hit that with that 10-2. It's going to be very tough for UC Irvine to come back. Although I will say it is 9-2 here, but UC Irvine's comp is kind of more so built around that defense.
Right.
So maybe that they are kind of banking on that fact that they can kind of lock down sites, that Astra, Viper, you know, that Cypher. So
yeah.
I mean, we're curious to see, that ends up happening. We get the Viper split coming in here from Calvin D. Ooh, messed up the dash there, but still alive.
Oh! Dunked into forward. The boost pack will be huge there, but just like that, Boise State continues to hold themselves with the man lead. 2-4 as member after member pushing themselves down mid. Unfortunately, not all of them have the raised booster to get themselves quickly across the way. They actually crossed the bridge into Boise State's welcoming arms, or hooves, I should say. And I think they're forced to reconsider their action here in the mid side.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Hunter's Fury coming out from Dreammaker, that was fantastic, getting those 2 kills while, if Platinum tries to get something started with that 1 kill, but other than that, they just get caught off by the Hunter's Fury there, and now it's a 4v2 scenario here for UC Irvine.
I just love Viper players that know how to play their character and say, this is my ultimate. I actually never have to leave this, no matter what.
Oh. Wait, that doesn't
Can't
see?
be spotted?
One enemy remaining.
Why
You're
into the
kidding me!
smoke?
Calvin D showing up big time tonight, and maybe fighting for that player of the game spotlight against Bandito, but fantastic play. I didn't know they spot you.
I didn't know this worked like that.
Interaction. That is a weird interaction.
I was like, oh my gosh, he's not going to shoot it, and then he just kind of goes, well.
I guess if you cloud like camera or just recon
yeah,
guard
I'm guessing it's just part of her ult where it's like it's too, I mean,
it's too dense.
Lore-wise, it's too cloudy. Yeah, I don't know.
It's just too stinky.
All right, well, 10-2 here in the side of Boise State going into the second half here. UC Irvine does have a good defensive comp here.
Yeah.
Boise State has the momentum on their side for sure. I think if they end up winning these first 2 rounds, it's going to be very hard to kind of come back here. But if anything, this is the spot where UC Irvine has to basically start bringing their comeback in.
Yeah, we have to see some pop-offs from the Cypher, both in placement of their abilities as well as utilizing what they get with the tripwire set off, the cage, audio kind of confirmation, things like that need to be used to an nth degree because, I mean, it's 10-2. That's a huge round lead. It's not impossible, but it's still huge.
Absolutely agree here. And, I mean, they have everything in their favor at the moment here, but let's see if UC Irvine does retaliate and say, hey, we're not down yet. We can still come back from this. As Boise State kind of plays this default first round here, try to get some heal up and kind of see what end up round they end up going to. Seems they're kind of shifting towards that B area.
Yeah, a lot of members trading out, finding information, and probably getting trades of their own. This could be a huge determination is the fact that they have the ability to heal back up with that Sky, and it could be a crucial draft difference for UC Irvine here. Here comes the blind, here comes the smoke, shots in front. The classic M2 is just too powerful, but on the other side, Calvin D and Bandito still feel themselves, and they're pushing on to the point. 3 members remain for UC Irvine. Here comes the spike planted. No auditory cue yet, no plant just yet either. Here comes the teleportations. Defense needs to be huge here, but FWLO is going to be there to stop things in their tracks. A shot across the way, and the frenzy is going to pop off here. 3 versus 1. It's not an impossible order, Red Hots, but it's a mighty large one, and I don't think that this Astra's got the catch to check it. They do not, and Bandito finds him with the ghost and puts a Spectre on him. 11-2, and this, again, don't need to emphasize it anymore. UC Irvine knows how dire the situation is, but it's feeling pretty grim now.
I think on the side of UC Irvine, I'm almost thinking they should just force this point for this round and really try to get your momentum in your favor.
And it's not something that they're uncommon with, right?
No.
It's something we've seen in the past. We've seen them go round 2, round 3 Phantoms and almost
That's
full
true,
buys,
yeah,
almost
yeah,
Glass Cannon-esque. So we'll have to see whether or not it's going to be the case. And there's a lot of question marks as what we're seeing. UC Irvine playing diminishingly well from map 1 to map 2, and now into map 3. Boise State went in clinic, but they did pick up the Marshall. Can it find anything just yet? No.
In there.
The dash forward. Bandito's a man without fear. Does not care. On the backside will be covered by the teammates. The confidence in each other is so huge for Boise State. Yes, they're vulnerable. Does not matter. They believe in their teammates. Here comes the plant as well, covering every angle. The Astra smokes are there. The gunfire's there. And Boise State, you had mentioned it when they were on defense, but now on attack. They truthfully are everywhere. And UC Irvine is torn asunder. 12 points.
Match point.
Boise State on match point. We just heard it. Of course, no need to confirm it. Shell's popping off, but we got to get a camera on all the members for Boise State tonight. Yeah, right over there. That's my teammate over there, and then my teammate's over there,
The
and then my teammate's over there.
Yep. All right, this is the match point here for Boise State here. Obviously, the 12-2 with UC Irvine having their last round potentially, unless they start this huge comeback. Of course, you know, that's very unlikely, but, you know, there's always a chance out there.
Right.
At least I always like to think that.
I like to believe that there's a chance
Raze
to
is
make for
running.
a more compelling story. Give us a paint can, 90 health. Can't heal yourself, unfortunately, but that is okay.
Looks like the wolf can kill you.
That'd be interesting. Shots
Nice,
across
there
the
we
way.
go,
Bandito
Bandito.
finds it with the last tick of the gun. Right before the reload, Recon Dart destroyed. The information still given
Takes
over.
another one down.
Bandito finds another one. He's dashing forward. He's a man-band, and he cannot be stopped just yet. Here comes the plant. Shots across the way, though, as Calpog will answer 2 of their own. 2 versus 3, and UC Irvine is in desperate need to close this one out. Yes, it would be stopping Boise State from winning this out, but afterwards they have another 9 rounds to win if they can close this one up. But they cannot, as Calvin D strikes fear into the eyes of UC Irvine, and Boise State will take the map and they will take the series. They're going to top 4.
I mean, phenomenal job there by Boise State after that first game, kind of the close game of 9-12, to come back these last 2 rounds and just absolutely dominate UCI and showing that, hey, we can do this, and they're adapted as a team, and honestly, phenomenal job there by Boise State.
That's why we love best of 3s. I think when it comes to Boise State as a team, best of 3s are the best, just because we have that time to acclimate. I always attribute it to something similar to that of, you know, a boxing match.
I agree.
You have both of your team or both of the combatants kind of striking distance assessed, and at that point you can really garner how long and how far the reach of your opponent is. But that was phenomenal. A great showing from both teams. UC Irvine really giving us a run for the money in map 1. Boise State clutching up round 2, and round 3 was an absolute clinic. But of course, can't do that without the help of everyone involved. Of course, Boise State Esports is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcasting talent. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Gosh, and rightfully so. These players deserve their standing.
Yep.
We're so happy to have this be a varsity esport now because they are absolutely showing off. And I hear some celebratory sheeshes back there. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Can I get a sheesh, boys? No?
Ooh,
What I'm
strikes
just
on that one,
disrespected.
Baratel.
Didn't even buy me a shotgun. Didn't play Yoru. No sheesh.
I mean,
Well,
they got the
chopped
win.
liver.
What else more could you ask for, man?
That's fair. We got the W. And
Yeah.
it comes down to the hardest decision for us as casters, and that's who to crown. Who do you think did the best? It's
I
tough.
think, honestly, Bandito, I think after the first game, kind of, you know, having that back and forth of the op and stuff like that, but having Platinum pop off from that op the first game, but having the next 2nd and 3rd game with Bandito absolutely going crazy, did a great job.
We'll have to see here. I mean, it's tough. I honestly think Calvin D did some phenomenal things, but then again, all of them
Guess
did.
we'll have to see.
It's tough to say. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Put your prediction down. Put a stamp on it. Who is it? I'm going to have to say me. For believing in the power of Yoru, for calling out cool stuff, bringing the attention to the crowd. I think the Barato player of the game is me. Barato.
Wow.
I mean, it's a huge burden.
Quite a
to
humble
bear
by
this.
you, honestly.
I don't give it out, actually. It was voted by
yourself.
Well, I did give it
Yeah.
out. Hey.
I mean, honestly, I think obviously, you know, some had some lean for sure, but I think each player did a fantastic job in this.
Yeah.
And so.
But it's not up to us. Your Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game is going to be Bandito, showing off why they're comfortable on the op, comfortable on the jet, and for good reason. I mean, just absolutely monstrous performance. And of course, the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, why wouldn't it be, who believes that a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central is helping members achieve financial success. Bandito is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game.
And well-deserved.
Just complete pop-offs left and right, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, We saw maybe like one misuse of the
This
blade
was
storm and
crazy,
everything else.
honestly.
This was insane. With the 2 HP?
Yeah, 2 HP clutch. Got it to half, had to just stick it, and then just gets the kill after. It was crazy.
I look forward to these guys continuing to pop off. I mean, we saw all of them work in such huge fashion together. But, I mean, this isn't it. This isn't the end. This is top 4, which means that it's only going to arguably get harder from here.
Yeah, I think it's played out in the future after the second round of qualifiers does happen, so they won't actually play that top 4 for quite a while, though.
Right.
But that also means you get a lot more time for practice.
Yeah, and as we, of course, prepare to close out, we look at the bracket here. Boise State moving forward and hopefully facing off against Texas A&M, the team that unseated San Diego State University. British Columbia will take you on too if we need to, but we really want to see what Texas A&M's brought to the court to unseat our rivals personally. But we're kind of getting to the closing end. Did you have any takeaways from this at all?
I mean, I think it was fantastic to see a team like this that's pretty new for the most part in terms of Valorant, and I think they did a fantastic job of sticking together and having a great second map and third map with convincing victories comparatively to that first map where they just kind of lost by 3 to 4 rounds. Was a phenomenal show of, you know, aspiration by these teams. I mean, they did a great job, so I want to say congrats to them.
Can't do anything but agree with you because it's absolutely true. And with that, there are always going to be top 5 plays, and we're going to close out with those top 5 plays presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time with over 10 jobs offering a $20,000 sign-on bonus and a degree of your choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. So we'll close it out with those top 5 plays. And is it Thursday yet? Have a good night, everybody.
He does get the 1 tap.
He's lurking on the attack side of the map. On the attack side of the map as a defender.
They thought they were all 5, but it turns out there was just 1. Oh, he does get 2.
Okay.
So there's a 5v2 here scenario for B here, I think, and they have the Killjoy ult coming in. Boise State should be in a position to win this round here.
Taken out. Just Silva. He's been in the corner and a nice takeout. So have to go for the defuse. I wonder if they keep having to play the guess one now. Nice shot.
Great shot
and the
there.
dash to the side. Will he continue to hold this while his members come through? I think it's the right
That's a good angle.
He misses the second one, though, but he knows where Reina could be approaching from. They just need to get their tootsies onto the point and plant the bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, but the call out!
Benzino kind of knew something was up there.
That's
on 2.
Shot across the way. Almost gets another one. 5 health remaining on the sky. Can't lose that crucial healer just yet. Spike will be planting. Here comes the recon dart. Shot out of the air. Information gathered on the other side. There they are. The 1-2. And it doesn't matter what's done. That'll be a 3-piece here for them, and they'll get the DP. Spike down. It means the spike carries down, but it's going to be 1 versus 3. Pick up the spike. Pick up the Bucky. Please for me, boys. Pick up that Bucky. Go get the Bucky. Hashtag get the Bucky.
He does see it. Shell's going for his 3K on the round there. I think it was a great job there. They're playing these angles where they're having...
Here comes the knives. Goes for the 4. Gets the reset. Needs to push forward. There's only 1 versus 1 here. Still has knives available. Goes for the defuse. Gets shot. 2 health.
Does he stick?
He's going to go for the half. Going to peek out from the dead. And he actually gets it. You have to be kidding me.